of misfits and dope addicts are here.
Miranda in Linden said, "What the ska was that all
What
about?"
the ska was
in
that?
Linden.
In Linden. Boy.
Because
Yes.
on Saturday, it's the Fork Fest.
Yes.
And, the Aquabats are headlining, of course. And we're going to get the Bat Commander in the show Friday, probably. But Stretch Armstrong, a local ska band who we used to play quite a bit, is getting back together.
Out of Provo. And Stretch Armstrong, are they getting back together for good? Or
For a bit.
Or for just for fun?
Probably for a bit. They're going to do this show. They're going to record a new song after the show. And then I don't know what their plans are.
That band. Now I'm trying to remember. First of all, the song. They don't mention in the song at all Popeye or Wimpy or hamburgers.
No,
but I mean that's what it is. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
It's like the DoorDash that you can put on credit now.
Wimpy in the Popeye cartoons was a hamburger crazy guy, and that's all he ever wanted. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today, and he never would pay you. And then I was trying to remember. So Stretch Armstrong was a toy.
yes,
Yeah.
And that it was a figure that you could stretch into all kinds of impossible. Did they? How did they get? Did they get sued?
They always misspelled it.
They put a T in there.
They put a C, as you can see on the CD.
Oh,
here.
TCH.
Yeah, they thought that would save them.
I'm trying to see if they have a pretty sizable Wikipedia page, and I'm trying to see if they have. There's a picture of the Stretch Armstrong doll, but I don't see that they. The opening lines of their Wikipedia page is interesting and says that they were riding on the coattails of Swim Herschel Swim, which was popular. They were popular in
Do
Provo.
we know why ska was so popular in Utah? Because it was not universally popular, but for some reason
particularly
here,
in Provo.
That's
where it started.
There was just a big ska scene down there, and it was always fun to go to shows.
do people know that No Doubt started out as a ska band?
They forget.
They forget.
No Doubt is forgotten that they started out as a ska band.
Stretch Armstrong opened for national bands and soon after their formation. Skank and Pickle, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, the Special Beat, or the Specials if you prefer, and the Crazy Eights.
And we played Drool, I think, in regular rotation.
We did.
Like, not on just a special thing. Like, it would come up a time or two a day.
I'm saving it for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
We're going to play that tomorrow.
They opened for Fishbone and No Doubt.
Oh, Fishbone.
I'm trying to see if they say why it happened in Provo. That they were known for their energetic shows. I wonder if they're still energetic. They've grown old
Are
along
any
with
of
us.
us still? Are any of us?
I try to be energetic for 4 hours a day.
I don't know. Scotty looks pretty good these days. He's got this big, full gray beard, though. But and I know Durwood's still in shape.
Boy, they really were great. And they made I mean, I wonder why they stopped.
Well, ska, the popularity of ska sort of waned.
It had a limited audience, too,
It nearly made a national trend, but then it just kind of waned. And I think that they all got families and regular jobs.
You have babies in that changes everything.
Yeah, well, they ruin everything. Gina.
They do.
You have babies, they ruin everything. I've had my life ruined 4 times. 4 times.
Over and over.
Ruination. Here comes another baby. And there's a boner candidate today that features babies, as a matter of fact.
Babies?
Babies.
Babies specifically?
Well, yeah. Yeah, the title, there's babies in the title.
Well, the Stretch Armstrong doll, the toy, was hugely popular. And we always wanted to know what was inside of it.
Yeah, and then you ruined it.
And then you ruined it.
Because you'd cut into it.
You cut into it, and it was this.
There's a whole article about that here.
Yeah.
Bad Brad Wheeler says ska music is for band students who have gone to the dark side.
Oh.
Now, Carrie, we were talking yesterday about your trip you're taking.
Mm-hmm.
And you say that there's some, like, world-famous ska, Japanese ska?
The Tokyo Ska Orchestra. Let's see.
The Tokyo Ska Orchestra.
I'm
Tokyo
curious
Ska
about
Magic
that.
Orchestra. Oh, Paradise. Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra.
And do you have a sample of that there?
I do. Let me get some here.
Where did you you stumbled across them because you've always liked ska.
Mm-hmm.
That's a full orchestra.
Yeah.
It's a big band, and what I'm learning is that you have to have a guy to get tickets for any show in Korea and Tokyo.
That you can't. There's not Ticketmaster
Nope.
Japan.
Nope. I mean there is, but they sell to locals. If you have a
Oh. So are you going to have to do the thing where you should just show up at the venue and look for a guy standing there going tickets?
there
Anybody
could be
need
that. Yeah,
tickets?
it could be.
Because you should totally go to that.
I would like to. And I was told that they're playing while we're there. And there's also, I found another ska band in Busan.
That's in South Korea?
South Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course there's one in Seoul. I'm sure there is.
All I know about Busan is the train to Busan.
Busan's a beach community. It's just beautiful. It's where all the rich folks go to spend their summers. People summer in Busan.
And speaking of travel, you need something for your travels.
I do. And we'll talk about that coming up.
Okay, you don't want to mention it here?
I don't want to mention it here because here we go.
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
You betcha. That's what that was. And now we're going to take a break, and then when we come back, you can check in with us. 877-602-9696 is the number. Check in with the Radio from Hell show. We love to hear from you in the morning. 877-602-9696 on the phone. Or you can text us if that's your groove. 33986 is the text number.
All right. We'll be back after these. Salt Lake Film Society.
These are our friends at the Broadway Center Cinemas. If I'm going to the movies, this is my preferred place to go to the movies because they do it all. They have first-run, brand-new movies. They're going to be showing that new Wes Anderson, The Phoenician Scheme.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Sean will review that tomorrow.
Curious about that. They show that. But then they do these special programs like they do during the summer. It's the Summer Showdown. And they pit two movies against each other, and they try to see who gets more butts in seats. And they're doing it a little differently this year. They used to have one film on Friday and one on Saturday. Now you can see both of them on either night. You can do a double feature. You can go 2 nights in a row. This week it's Fantastic Mr. Fox and Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I know Nightmare Before Christmas has a huge cult
huge
following, and I bet a lot. But maybe give Fantastic Mr. Fox a
It's
try.
quite good.
It'd be interesting to see who wins that. Let's see if we can get Fantastic Mr. Fox to win.
You just kind of bump them up a little bit. Go to slfstix.org for tickets.
All right, Artie, what are we going to
really do want to hear from you in the morning. 877-602-9696 is the number. You can also text us at 33986. Let's officially begin, shall we?
Does your company have a process requiring ultra pure water? Trust the certified master water specialist at Water Specialties, Inc. For ultra pure water system design, installation, maintenance, or sanitation, call the experts at Water Specialties, 801-281-4911, or visit waterspecialties.net.
The moon, 72.2% of full. It is a waxing gibbous moon. See, we'll have a full moon on June 11. The next moonrise is today at 3:53 p.m. Today being Thursday. It's the 5th day of June.
You're tired just thinking about it.
In the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, I never thought I'd make it this far, 2025. This is an all-new Ska Voovie edition of the show for people who feel like hell in the morning. It's the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. It's Kerry Jackson. Yay! It's Bill Allred. Woohoo! It's Gina Barberi right over there. Yes! Katie, for short, is our fine producer. Who's in there helping out today? Maya. Or Mia. It's Maya.
Maya.
Yeah. And there's a dog in there, too. Vax. There he is. Okay.
All right.
Do I have to do anything else?
Yes, we're here for a while.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, 877-602-9696 if you want to call to check in. Sketchy Blake of Ogden checking in. Is it Friday yet?
Nope.
No, not yet. No.
Right Wing Wade checking in. Mixer Driver Shane checking in from Provo.
It's nice that we have right-wingers listening to us.
Sure.
So will the show be celebrating Skagust this year?
Good.
I don't know. Local ska scene was really great in the early 2000s. The Marshmallows and Special Edward.
Don't know those.
2.5 White Guys, remember them?
Mm-hmm.
Good band. I can't remember which band had a song. It was a really good song. GPCs. Because that was the...
Give me a pack of those GPCs.
Those cigarettes, those
those
brand
no brand cigarettes, GPCs. Give me a pack of those GPCs in a sack. And do you have any Coors Quartz in the back?
What was that? Who was that?
Who was that?
What's it called? Is it called
GPCs.
Just GPCs.
Yeah. Saint of Dallas checking in. Hey, Handsome Bill.
Insatiable.
Insatiable. That was.
Oh, you should find that.
I'll look it up. Hey, Handsome Bill Allred. Meet Patty.
Hey.
Lost your muff? Is your fart stuck? Is that a good idea for a Utah Word of the Day episode? Let's see. I always imagined ska as the music a 14-year-old hears in his head when he gets an extra chicken tender in his basket.
Ooh. Bonus tender.
Mike in Nashville checking in. Sorry, no DMB fact today. All right.
Well, that's unusual.
Bay Area Mixer Driver checking in. Troy of Riverton checking in. Nurse Adam checking in. Kilroy was here, checking in from the most pleasant of groves. Ella the Nanny checking in. Love the ska theme partnering around this morning. Safe travels, Carrie, around the Carpenter. I'll be here Monday. I'll be gone after that. Johnny B check, and I'm going to be calling you guys.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be sending you some videos and calling you. Of course, it'll be like midnight when I call you, so I'll be drunk. Just so you know.
That's okay.
Johnny B checking in from the hoodiest of sugar hoods. I'm enjoying the warm water from the water heater installed at girlfriend's apartment on Monday.
Wow.
Park worker Nathan checking in. I have a no doubt cover of the Beatles' Oobla Dee Oobla Da. It's fairly ska-ish.
Huh.
Chef Roy checking in. Love some good ska. McKelliverino, present and accounted for. Midvale's Roused Hour checking in. Meshach of Erta. Emmett the Pool Guy. Happy Pride Month from Jello Saladani in the Forkiest of Spanish. Perry City listener. Tristan from the most west of Jordans. They say that man shares 50% of their DNA with a banana. I think that number is a little higher for Trevor Lee. Happy Pride Month. Quinton checking in.
I'm checking to see, is Harvey Milk Boulevard still named Harvey Milk
I
Boulevard?
drove on it this morning. I drive that every day on my way to work, so I will keep an eye on that.
I was lectured by a very concerned listener that was named by the city of Salt Lake and not the state, so that there's nothing they can do.
That may be.
SoCal Sarah checking in. Metal Shop Mark. Woodworker Willie. Looks like everybody's here. Let's go. Traffic.
Yeah, Right Wing Wade letting us know that checking in from I-15, both lanes moving along nicely. Thanks, Wade. Wade is just one of the many members of the Infiniteam. Midvale's Rousdower checking in, I-215 North to the 201 West. Looking fine, thank you. We need you to let us know what you're seeing on the roads. We appreciate it when you text us. If it's safe, free to text 33986. Jerry Seiner Cadillac celebrates their new location with an incredible buying experience for your dream car. Come in today and experience the Seiner difference.
All right, coming up after these messages and a song, it's Big Boy News, and Frank Christ presents our Dead Celebrity Game. Coming up, we'll tell you how to play, what you'll win, all on the way. Ranlife.com/X96.
You know, if you've been waiting for the right time to buy a home, this is it. Don't wait any longer. Rand Life Home Loans has made it even better. They have this floor rate on their 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage. They've cut that to 3.25%. That's 3.25% on 5.98% APR. 3.25%. That'll get you started on your home buying journey with Rand Life, and that'll have lower payments. You can, whether you're a first-time buyer or making a move, the 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage gives you a lot of flexibility and savings to get your dream home right now. I've worked with Rand Life in the past, and they're a terrific company. It's a local mortgage company. The perfect way to get you started on your home buying season is going to randlife.com/X96. They can explain all of that, those numbers and percentages way better than I can. So it's randlife.com/X96. We have guests here.
And should we sing it?
Here and it feels all right. There it is.
Have another drink, it'll make you feel better. Have another drink, it'll feel all right.
The wrong file.
You're under the weather. Have another drink, and you feel all right.
Well, he's joined us here in the studio. He is the potentate of the Wine Academy of Utah, Jimmy Santangelo. You can find all things Wine Academy of Utah and all things Santangelo at wineacademyofutah.com. Good morning, Mr. Santangelo.
Good morning. Happy weekend.
What have you got for us?
We got a lot of great stuff. We have a whiskey and we have some delicious chocolate encased fruit. Oh my gosh. So we're going to pair True Fruit, the natural cherries with dark chocolate, with our Clearwater whiskey, the Scandalist. And we always love these labels, right? The Scandalous labels. I don't know if anybody has, a better camera than me.
Drunk already.
Yeah. Been assessing since yesterday.
This is the cinnamon flavor.
This is a cinnamon. This is a Canadian whiskey.
Clearwater's just killing it.
They are. They really are. They're doing a great job. They, I love their packaging, love their branding, love their story. Clearwater Distillery, Utah County's only distillery down there. But more importantly, it's great product. It's great whiskey. And this is a Canadian-based whiskey. And what they're doing is they're saturating just these beautiful cinnamon sticks in there in this basket press, just soaking it in there. So all that just beautiful cinnamon flavors coming out naturally. No sugars, no additives. It's not too sweet.
That's
and
why
it
this is the best.
Even a little cloudy in there. They don't do a huge amount of filtration. They'll do a little fining in there. But what they want to do is that fragment, that flavor really comes out.
Yeah, it does. And again, I've not been a great fan of cinnamon whiskeys in the past because they're too sweet.
Yeah,
This is not sweet.
They're really popular, but this one is superior.
This one's a good one.
So if you pair it with True Fruit, how do you do that?
Yeah, which do you do first?
Okay,
What
so
order do you do
I like
this
to
in?
do a sip, taste, sip because you kind of want to prep your palate. Little sip on the palate.
Oh, palate prep here.
Little palate.
All right. There we go.
No more than usual, Bill. No more than usual.
Man, my palate is prepped.
Yeah. And then we've had been listening to you guys for the last couple of weeks, enjoying your true fruit. So you know how to do that. You let it open up. You bring it out of the freezer about 10, 15 minutes. And you can see it's just kind of getting glistening, glossy. It's starting to come down. Just pop that bad boy right in. And when you eat chocolate and when you eat fruit, a lot of times people will just be more worried about chewing it up and swallowing it. Actually, what you want to do is even take a half a bite, and it just kind of get around your palate, right? Get it all over on the tongue and then the roof of the mouth, and then take a sip.
Oh, yeah.
And, these are both local products.
These are both local products, and that's the cool part. And what you have here is a fun situational pairing. You can nail it with the absolute perfect food and wine or a whiskey kind of pairing, but it's also fun. It's just something to have in the backyard, something to have after dinner. If you didn't make a cake, if you didn't make a big dessert, you're like, I got something, a little sweet note to finish. Friends that are over, and it's easy, it's approachable.
Something to have while you're watching TV, something to have while you're mowing the lawn.
Mowing the lawn?
A new Netflix and chill.
Something to have when you're just get out of the shower.
In the shower.
Chocolate everywhere.
A shower pairing, Bill? Is that what this is?
But what's great about this is the true fruit is that you can pair with so many things with fruit and chocolate because so many things you can pair with fruit.
We kind of just created our own little cordial here, right? You've got that cinnamon spice complementing the chocolate. That's always a great pairing. Cherry note, a red fruit note is a characteristic with whiskeys coming out. So these two very much collaborate with one another. And we're even going to be, in addition to the Clearwater distilling spirits that we love featuring, whether it's the Armagnac, the Scandalous, and others. But we are going to be pairing this same True Fruit product at one of my events next Thursday at Liberty Park. The Tracy Aviary's Wine Takes Flight. We're featuring wines of Portugal. So we're going to have different wines leading up, but the very last wine is going to be a classic port, sweet red wine, and we're going to pair this also with that. It's going to go really good.
So a lot of times people say that a dry kind of white wine or red wine is good with chocolate. Is that?
Yeah, you got to make sure when you do a classic food wine pairing, you want to make sure the wine is sweeter than the dessert. But a lot of red wines are nice and ripe and rich, so you want to look at a higher alcohol red. So a Zinfandel, big, rich Cab Sav from Napa, that'll go good with, say, like a milk chocolate. And a lot of people are like, oh, what's the cocoa level, the cacao level? You gotta also worry about that. But as soon as I start going, if I'm over at Caputo's or something and really going through all my, or Harmon's, going through my 80%, 70% cacao level, then I'm moving to whiskey. I'm moving over to whiskeys for that pairing. Right. But if you're doing a Hershey's, if you're doing a nice piece of chocolate kind of a thing, red wine would be good, but you need that higher alcohol riper fruit.
What about the pineapple? Because I love the pineapple true fruit.
The pineapple true fruit, when I have that with Sauvignon Blanc or an unoaked Chard, it is amazing.
I've got that.
How about rum?
You could do a white rum. Yeah, and that's really now you're talking pina colada bursting in your mouth. Yeah, no, for sure. Make sure it's a white rum, not a dark rum.
See, I wouldn't have even thought about this, the Scandalous whiskey with the cherry. And it's perfect.
It works.
Nice.
It works out well. Now, is the Scandalous available in liquor stores?
Scandalous is widely available. It's listed $29.99, so under 30 bones for this bottle. It is a sipper. You can also integrate into cocktails. I make Manhattan cocktails with this. I make other styles of cocktails with this. We do a New York sour with this with a little float of red wine. So you can really have fun or just on the rocks after dinner. It's a palate cleanser.
Just what you've
just
done
like
here.
this. And
A little bit.
You keep the true fruit in the freezer. Grab a little bowl of those and get a little.
Take the bottle of whiskey off your nightstand, and you're good to go.
How did you know? And now the other nice thing too about Clearwater Distillery is if you happen to find
because
Sunday.
Gene loves Jezebel, Desire. That song is from 1986.
What happened in 1986?
This show.
You know, Gina, don't play dumb. You weren't around. Carrie and I started the Radio from Hell show.
I was still in high school in 1986.
We were in Ogden.
Monday is apparently our 39th anniversary.
It's hard. It is hard to believe. It's. I mean, sort of when you look back on it, you go, "Oh yeah, this has been a long time." But just in the moment, you
But
know,
at the same time, it's
you don't think of you just. Oh,
It's very unusual for a radio program to last that long.
Yeah.
which is why every time I read in the radio industry trade emails I get, so-and-so celebrating their 500th show. I'm like,
that's adorable.
That's cute. That's really cute.
Just getting started, eh?
I can see.
It's yeah, and you would think that people would be making a big deal out of this.
Who? What people? Who?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Who are these people that would?
It's newsworthy. It is newsworthy, but I don't think anybody's going to say anything about it.
A local radio station's morning show.
I don't know. Maybe they make. Maybe if 40 is the one. Maybe 39 isn't.
I think 40 is what they're waiting for. Yeah.
I think they're waiting for us to drop dead before 40.
Wait, you think they're waiting? You think there are meetings happening? Going,
Yes.
is this the year we're going to do that big story on Radio from Hell? Oh no, we got one more year. We got to wait till they're 40. Then we're gonna.
I mean, to be honest, we have had big stories about us in the past. We were in Rolling Stone magazine, for instance.
We if we can make it to 2027,
What happens then?
we'll have 9,000 episodes.
What?
Sometime in 2027 is what
9,000?
Katie is saying. Yeah.
Huh.
Because we just did hit 8,000 here.
We have a big sign over here. We did have a celebration. This was for 5,000 episodes. There's a date on there, but I don't know what it is.
Anyway. Well,
Well, we just have this episode today. So.
yeah, so let's get through it. Big boy news and opinioendo now. Right after that, it's Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine, the Dead Celebrity Game. We will give you a list of 4 celebrity names. 3 of those celebrities are just fine. One of them is dead. If you pick the dead one correctly, you're going to win.
Tickets to the Arts Festival, and that's actually our sponsor right now for the news. Experience the Utah Arts Festival June 19th through the 22nd at Library Square, featuring legendary performers including Leftover Salmon, Robert Randolph, Souls of Mischief, Grammy nominee MV Caldera. Get tickets at uaf.org.
So call to win those tickets, 877-602-9696, right after this. Big boy news and opinioendo.
Well, this is a weird story. A Chinese couple has been slapped with smuggling charges after authorities discovered them carrying a dangerous fungus at Detroit Metropolitan Airport last July. Jiang Liu was arrested by U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials while trying to smuggle Fusarium graminearum, a biological pathogen deemed a potential agroterrorism weapon. The substance triggers Fusarium head blight, a disease that wreaks havoc on wheat and barley crops and is already causing billions of dollars in economic losses globally every year. Now, initially, Mr. Liu lied about his U.S. visit and his knowledge of the pathogen, but eventually confessed that he was delivering the fungus to his girlfriend, Yongjing Jian, a 33-year-old lab researcher at the University of Michigan.
A lab researcher.
Yeah. Apparently, Jian is a devoted member of the Chinese Communist Party and has received Chinese government funding for her work on Fusarium graminearum. It is apparently they were thought they were going to release this fungus,
Like weaponize it kind of thing?
yeah, and have it attack crops in the United States.
Oh, good.
Yeah, nice, huh? So there you go. But they got him. Contractors have filed a lawsuit to block the Trump administration from wiping out Job Corps, the largest job training program in the United States for low-income youth. Well, they don't need that. They can just have them go get jobs. Last week, the U.S. Department of Labor announced the closing of all contractor-operated Job Corps centers nationwide. Centers across the U.S. are impacted, including the location in Clearfield. Officials say that the closures are due to financial deficits, low graduation rates, and safety concerns. Officials say that the centers are closing by June 30th The program is ending for thousands of students, which means businesses that employed those students are affected too. Eric Hubble, owner of Hubble Handyman and Hauling Services, relies on the program students. The Syracuse resident said he wasn't prepared for this sudden hit and is losing most of his staff this week. It's disappointing to lose that many people that quick. It's very hard.
And I'm confused because they keep saying we want to take money away from universities and invest in trade schools. Well, that's
what this is.
That's Job Corps.
Yeah.
There is no rhyme nor reason, Gina, to these things. There really isn't. No. It's just, where can we cut? Well, all those Job Corps programs, look at all the money that we spend there. Let's get rid of those.
Harvard, what do they need money for?
Let's see, a 16-year-old kid is in police custody. He shot his uncle 3 times during an argument in Riverton. Riverton police said that the shooting occurred on Homestead Lane about 6:30 in the evening. The 16-year-old suspect and his 35-year-old uncle were arguing in the front yard, and the kid pulled out a handgun and shot his uncle 3 times.
Yikes.
His uncle was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So apparently the kid was not a good shot. Officials said he fled from the scene but was later found in Harriman and taken into custody. Brigham Young University is on Russia's undesirable list. An event in February might have prompted the blacklisting of the school that's sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The church-sponsored school was added to the Russian government's list of undesirable organizations. The Russian government is not a fan of Brigham Young University. At the end of April, Russia surprisingly put the school on its official list of undesirable organizations. That's the label that the country gives to groups that it considers a threat. Entities on the list are banned from operating in Russia, and anybody affiliated with them can be criminally charged and imprisoned. The addition of BYU to Russia's list was first reported by the Moscow Times, an online publication known for its English coverage of the country that started in 1992. We don't need to know that, as well as being on the undesirable list and now operates outside of Russia. So the Moscow Times is on the undesirable list and operates outside of Russia. Russian leaders have targeted any people of organizations it views as critical of the government, including news outlets, human rights groups, and political associations. The list from the Ministry of Justice of Russia does not indicate an official reason as to why BYU was added, but it lists a date of publication of information on recognition of the organization's activities as being undesirable. BYU, now this happened on February 6th, and it says here that same day, BYU held an event at the David M. Kennedy Center for International Studies called Russia as a Global Threat. It was a discussion led by Sonata Coulter, the U.S. Deputy Assistant Secretary of State, who oversees policy toward Russia. During the event, apparently Russia got wind of that event and said, "Oh, yeah?"
My guess is that BYU doesn't care if Russia thinks they're undesirable.
Wear it with pride, BYU. Or does this affect the missionary program?
Well, I don't know.
Are they allowed to
I don't know if there
Russia? I don't think they are.
Anybody know if there are Mormon missionaries in Russia?
I don't think there are.
That was the first question I thought.
Yeah. BYU teaches a very popular class, Russian language class, that includes study abroad to Russia. That would be no longer allowed under the country's designation for the university.
There are no full-time missionaries in Russia. There are volunteers with limited duties. So they're not allowed to be.
They can't go door to door,
I guess.
But if it comes up in conversation,
would you like to know more?
Donald Trump's big bill making its way through Congress will cut taxes by $3.75 trillion
for the rich,
but also increase deficits by $2.4 trillion over the next decade, according to the analysis released Wednesday by the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, which I believe Trump has tried to shut down.
Yes, and he's going to try again.
The CBO also estimates an increase of 10.9 million people without health insurance under the bill by 2034, including 1.4 million who are in the United States without legal status in the state-funded programs. The package would reduce federal outlays or spending by nearly $1.3 trillion over that period. In the words of Elon Musk, this bill is a disgusting abomination, said Representative Brendan Boyle, of Pennsylvania. He's the top Democrat on the House Budget Committee, reviving the billionaire former Trump aide's criticism of the package. House Speaker Mike Johnson said he called Musk late Tuesday to discuss the criticism, but he hadn't heard anything back from Elon. I hope he calls me. I hope he comes around. I think this is a great bill, he says. Marjorie Taylor Greene does not think it's a great bill. She told News Nation that she agreed with Elon Musk to a certain extent after Musk said that everyone who voted for Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill, including Marjorie Taylor Greene, should be ashamed. She said, I actually kind of agree with that. And she does not support the bill now for some reason. Because she just...
because somebody said, do you know what's in there?
Well, no, I didn't read it. She admitted she didn't read it.
Arkansas authorities on Tuesday released a photo rendering of a convicted murderer and former police chief known as the Devil in the Ozarks, as the search for the escaped inmate entered its second week. The new image was released as state legislators raised concerns about Mr. Hardin's escape and said that they plan to conduct a review of how it occurred. The Arkansas Department of Corrections said the photo rendering of Grant Hardin, who is 56 years old, depicts how he may look after he escaped May 25th from the Calico Rock prison. The rendering shows Hardin with some hair on his head and face. Authorities said Hardin escaped by donning an outfit designed to look like a law enforcement uniform. And the guards went, oh.
He's a very dangerous man.
Yes, he is. He is committed
He's in
some
for murder and
horrible,
rape.
yeah,
Two
horrible
separate
crimes.
Things.
Yeah, and he's on the loose, and he will do something bad again while he's out, undoubtedly. A man has completed a 70-mile hike over more than 15,000 feet in elevation gain with a refrigerator freezer on his back.
Why?
Matt Jones walked the Langland Round twice in 34 hours, raising money for Children's Hospice Hope House in honor of his wife, Vicki, who died just before Christmas. He made a bet with his wife in September after having a hip replacement, which he needed after getting injured while completing the walk in his hometown in 2018. The surgeon told him he needed to slow down. Vicki joked, this madman will do the Langland Round with a fridge on his back next time.
And he did?
And he did.
Wow.
You got yourself a bet, he said to his wife. What started out as a joke became a reality by the end of January. The father of four said he needed to focus. I needed to believe that the mountains were my church, he told BBC. And there's a picture of him, and he's got a refrigerator strapped to his back.
He was inspired by Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
Remember, he had the fridge and the ice maker and the crusher, and then he could ski.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Throw the ice, the crushed ice in front of him.
Yeah. He said that he did it in honor of his wife and to raise money. All right, that's it.
Sports weather traffic.
Well, we're finally at the Stanley Cup Finals.
Finally.
And the Edmonton Oilers won last night 4-3 over the Florida Panthers. They play again tomorrow at 6 o'clock. You've got the NBA Finals finally starting today at 6:30. Pacers and the Thunder. I don't know what happened to the Selig Bees last night. It was bark in the park. Maybe the dogs were just distracting, but they lost 21-2.
What?
Wow.
So they'll have another go-round tonight with Round Rock at 7 o'clock. That's your sports. Weather, 55. I love walking out in the morning when it's just a little chilly like that. I know we're not going to be enjoying that for very long, but it's so nice.
Enjoy it while you can.
81 for a high today, 82 tomorrow, 88 Saturday, 93 Sunday. So we're going to have a very, very warm, sunny Pride, it looks like. Let's see. Traffic looks great. I'm looking at the UDOT cameras. I don't see any slowdowns or accidents there. Let me check our message stream. That is where you send in things. Oh, you can give me sports tips, too. Women's College World Series softball championships are going on now. Sure, send me stuff like that. I'm happy to pass that along. All of that via text at 33986. Business owners, do you owe $15,000 or more on employment taxes and don't know what to do? McClure & Stewart, your local trusted tax attorneys. Go to McClureandStewart.com today.
He's here in the studio the angel of death, Frank Christ.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Frank. Frank.
You seem a little more chipper today.
Well, I like walking out into this weather and feeling the coolness. I can't feel anything.
Oh, that's
Frank is a skeletal figure. That's why he can't feel anything. He's just a skeleton. Why do you bother wearing the robe? I guess
It's the uniform.
it's the official uniform.
Have to.
Wears the robe with a hood and
That's how you know I'm serious.
carries the scythe with him. He's the whole deal. The whole deal. A Grim Reaper, and he has a specialty. Frank Christ reaps the souls of celebrities. And he
Our
doesn't-
precious celebrity.
And Frank does not like doing that because he loves them.
We all love our precious celebrities. We all want to be just like them.
That's true. That's true. Everything they say and do is right.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Frank, what he does is when a celebrity dies, Frank does not kill the celebrity.
No.
When a celebrity dies, Frank is summoned somehow to the scene, and
there's a schedule.
Well, I have a pager
Oh, I see.
and a pneumatic tube in my apartment.
And Frank goes to the site of the death and collects the soul or the essence of the celebrity and whisks them off to the distribution center. And then, well, from there, where they go.
99% of them go to hell. But
But you love them anyway.
I love them. We all want to be just like them.
Frank joins us to play a macabre game we call Frank Christ Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
He's given me a list of actors, 4 actors, and on this list, 3 of the actors are, as Frank
Well,
just
they're
said,
just
fine. But one of them Frank claimed, one of them he had to take to the distribution center, and it is the contestant's job to figure out who the dead celebrity is. And who do we have?
Mindy is here.
Mindy, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just fine.
That's good to know, Mindy. Mindy, if you can identify the dead celebrity on this list, you will win what, Gina?
Tickets to the Utah Arts Festival.
All right, you ready to go, Mindy?
Yes.
Because it's National Moonshine Day. Oh, I didn't mention the days today, did I? Let me just go through that real quick. It's Pancho Villa Day. Sorry I was on a boat day.
What?
So whenever you need an excuse for not responding to a message.
I was on a
You
boat.
say, sorry, I was on a
They
boat.
can't get a hold of me on a boat.
It's Sausage Roll Day, which are just pigs in blankets, frankly. National Gingerbread Day, and it's National Moonshine Day today. So Frank has given me a list of actors in movies about moonshiners and bootleggers. All right, here we go, Mindy. Number 1 on the list, Bo Hopkins. He was in probably 100 movies, such as American Graffiti, The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing, The Killer Elite, Posse, A Small Town in Texas, Midnight Express. And he did his fair share of TV, too, Murder, She Wrote, The Fall Guy, and others. He was in White Lightning with Burt Reynolds as Gator McCluskey, Run and Shine. Number 1, Bo Hopkins. Number 2 is William Sanderson. He played J.F. Sebastian in Blade Runner and had regular roles on several TV series like Deadwood, True Blood, and Newhart. He also wrote an autobiography called Yes, I'm That Guy, The Rough and Tumble Life of a Character Actor. He was in Last Man Standing, about gangs warring over illegal alcohol. Number 2 is William Sanderson. Number 3, Bill Camp. Many supporting roles in many movies, 12 Years a Slave, Love and Mercy, Loving, Molly's Game, and Vice. He was nominated for an Emmy and a Tony Award. On TV, he appeared in Law and Order, The Good Wife, The Leftovers, and The Night Of. He was in Lawless, about moonshiners in Virginia. Number 3 is Bill Camp. And finally on the list, Tom Skerritt. He had notable roles in MASH, Harold and Maude, Fuzz, Big Bad Mama, Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke, Ice Castles, Alien, and Space Camp. On TV.
Steel Magnolias.
Oh, yeah, he was in Steel Magnolias, too.
Don't skip on Steel Magnolias.
Sorry. He was on TV. He was in My Favorite Martian, The Real McCoys, Bonanza, and Death Valley Days. He was in a movie called The Moonshine War. Number 4, Tom Skerritt. All right, Mindy, which one of those actors is dead?
I'm going to guess number 1, Bo Hopkins.
Bo Hopkins is right. He died in 2022. He was 84, and he was an actor that if you saw him, you'd go, oh, yeah, that guy. He's been in a lot of stuff. Bo Hopkins. Okay, congratulations, Mindy. You've won tickets to the Arts Festival, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
happening June 19th through the 22nd at Library Square in Salt Lake.
Say thank
That's
you.
great. Thank you so much.
We'll put you on hold, and Katie will tell you how to get your tickets.
Well,
Yes?
I have to go check on
Who?
Kenny G.
Why is that a ooh?
Well, I mean, it's Kenny G.
It's Kenny G. The hair alone is.
He's beloved.
I'll boop him on the nose. Someday. Not today. He's 69 today.
Oh, I think he's fine.
Who
Nice.
loves him?
Oh, people beloved him.
Somebody must be loving him, I would think. I don't know. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye,
Goodbye, Frank.
And no traffic, but sports updates coming in via text. Apparently, Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide is this Saturday. I think that's the wrestling, I believe, is what that is.
Okay.
You can send me traffic or weather or sports via text at 33986. Catch Mumford & Sons with Good Neighbors June 14th at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. You can get tickets now at x96.com or listen to Todd Newcomb all week long. Apparently he has some tickets to give away later.
Well, good for Todd. KXRK Provo, we'll take a break. We'll be back after these with some geek news for you. We got Boner of the Day coming up, and as soon as we award Boner of the Day, that means it's time to start the X poll. What's the best sandwich you've ever had?
Sandwiches. I want a sandwich right now.
Yes.
Movies that have been filmed here. And we know some of them. We all know The Sandlot. We all know Footloose.
Well, the very first time anybody ever saw John Wayne on screen, he was filmed here in Utah.
That's right.
For a stagecoach.
And so there's a bunch of westerns that have been filmed here, but I have a complete list here of
How many are there?
424 on this list. I'm
Lord.
obviously not going to read them all.
Get some well-known ones and some
Take it.
obscure ones.
Okay, so 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
You didn't know that
That's
was
where the
Yeah.
apes were with the bones. And
Austin Powers and Goldmember.
I don't remember Goldmember enough to
But here-
say,
Apple Dumpling Gang.
Well, yeah, of course.
yes.
Let's see. Back to the Future Part 3. That makes sense.
Yes, I remember that one.
Better Off Dead. You didn't know that was filmed?
Ski resorts, right?
No. Oh, maybe. I'm
Because
not sure.
it was all about skiing.
Was Better Off Dead about skiing?
I don't know.
Yeah. He had to beat the ski captain to get his girlfriend back.
Oh, okay.
Dumb and Dumber.
Of
Dumb and
course.
Dumber,
Yeah,
of course.
everybody knows Dumb and Dumber. I'm trying,
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep, Pirates of the City Slickers.
Yes.
that
Search
makes
for
sense.
Curly's Gold, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Con Air.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay.
from Con Air.
Daddy Day Camp. That was that Eddie Murphy movie. Let's see. Lots of horror.
Yeah, a lot of horror movies here.
Easy Rider. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The Electric Horseman also makes sense. The Exorcist 2 filmed here. Fletch.
And it doesn't mean the whole movie was filmed here, right?
It could be
was
parts of it.
Yeah.
Because like Fletch, there were like 2 scenes.
Yeah.
That,
But
that motel up in...
Motel and then him driving on Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
3 o'clock high.
3 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
I was in there.
Can't forget that.
The Hulk.
Yeah. The first Hulk movie with
Yeah.
the Ang Lee Hulk movie.
Yeah.
'Cause there
Is
was a lot
The
of...
Last Emperor on there?
I don't
No,
see
probably
that.
not. I think it was
No.
all in China.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of them. And more to come. Let's see, what else is coming here besides... Oh, I thought I
They
had...
left out John Carter of Mars.
Oh, John Carter from Mars.
Carnival of Souls.
Yes.
Famous Carnival of Souls.
Planet of the Apes. Lots of Planet of
Lots
the
of
Apes.
Planet of the Apes, yep.
Point Break.
Delightful Water Universe, starring Hanson Bill Allred.
Is that in there? Stephanie reminds me the singles ward was
Oh,
Carrie was in that.
Harry was in there.
Cop number 2 or something.
cop number 2. Had to write my own dialogue.
Um,
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Everybody keeps saying Galaxy Quest, and I can't remember.
Katie says yes.
Is that right?
Galaxy
Probably.
Quest.
Okay.
Which is what a great movie that is.
Mm-hmm.
And they've never made a sequel.
They keep threatening to make either a sequel or a series. They keep working on it, and they keep running into...
Well, Alan Rickman's dead.
They're like, this doesn't work.
Octopussy
Oh, yes, Octopussy.
was filmed here.
Oh, Goblin Valley is where they did the big Galaxy Quest.
Of
That's
course,
right.
Thelma and Louise. We've talked about that before.
Well, now,
Lots.
because there are so many movies filmed here, there must be a lot of celebrity sightings, and we need to know about those.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever have celebrity sightings, you should let us know. You could email us, radiofromhell@x96.com, or you can, call us, 877-602-9696. If any time you run into a celebrity, we want to know the story.
If you're at a McDonald's in St. George and see Kevin Costner.
Because I seem to remember somebody telling us a story that Bret Michaels was getting gas someplace on his way to the dunes.
That's right.
Somebody
Out to the dunes.
Somebody ran into him at a gas station. Where are you going? Out to the dunes.
Somebody says if it wasn't for Jeremiah Johnson, there wouldn't be a Sundance. That's true. That's where
That is true.
Robert Redford fell in love with Utah, much as Kevin Costner has.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he'll start a ski resort.
No room.
Springville did, texting in saying, I need some distractions at work today in Springville, Carrie Jackson. I hope you have some for me.
I certainly do. Geek News brought to you by
Cabin Fever, locally owned and operated since 1982, located in the heart of Trolley Square. Cabin Fever, so much more than a gift store.
So much more.
Oh, it's very cool.
I mean, so much more.
A lot of cool stuff there. Say hi to Dave while you're down there. Okay, let's see. Now, she needed a distraction at work today?
Yes.
Oh, I've got
Oh, good.
a few.
This will distract a Springville resident.
This will distract just about anybody. A lot of people talking about this trailer. Well, it's not really a full trailer. It's a teaser trailer is what they're calling it, which
Okay.
means we'll get more to come. Although this thing's 2.5 minutes long.
I had determined that the memory of my evils should die with me.
Guillermo,
Some of what I will tell you is fact. Some is not. But it is all true.
Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
Oscar
What
Isaac?
manner of creature is that?
There's a lot of Oscar Isaac happening there.
What manner of devil made him? I did.
So, Oscar Isaac is Dr.
I had a
Frankenstein.
vision.
Okay.
An idea took shape in my mind.
Jacob Elordi is the creature.
Good-looking creature.
Unavoidable. Until it became truth.
Now, the thing you have to remember about Guillermo del Toro, I mean, we all know his reputation, Shape of Water, Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy. His favorite thing in the world is Frankenstein.
He's been thinking about this a long time.
He has been begging to do this forever.
I think maybe my all-time favorite horror movie would be Bride of Frankenstein.
Bride of Frankenstein.
I created death.
So, it was produced and will live on Netflix, but we're certainly hoping that he releases it in theaters. So that,
he's going to want it to be in
and
Oscar
it may not be up to him.
right?
It's probably Netflix that has to make that decision. But here's the thing. Coming in November, why not Halloween?
Yeah.
Why not Halloween? Come on now.
Gina, in the original book, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, the creature is good-looking and very well-spoken.
Well.
So there you go. Yes. But here's something that'll really distract you today. You can watch the first 6 minutes of season 2 of Wednesday.
That's a lot, actually.
It is. It's really cool.
It's been an eventful summer.
Raindrops on roses.
Opens with Wednesday
I'm tied up
up.
in a serial killer's basement.
Yes.
You said nightmares don't come true.
Bright copper kettles.
Surrounded by dolls. She's tied up and gagged.
Mittens.
He's under the delusion that I'm his next victim.
Brown paper packages tied up with strings.
I'll let him cherish that notion while I explain my predicament.
These are a few of my favorites.
And then it flashes to 6 weeks earlier, and we see
I
Wednesday.
my vacation mastering my psychic ability. All the answers were in Goody's book of spells. With my ability now under control, I set my sights on an obsession I've had since I was 6 years old.
This is victim number 11. This is the killer.
The Kansas City Scalper, America's most elusive serial killer.
Well, that's how Wednesday kills her time, is studying serial killers.
Love it.
But the first 6 minutes of it, it explains how she's wanted to find this guy. She finds this guy. She gets captured by the guy and is tied up by the guy.
It's probably all part of her plan, I'm guessing.
I would think.
Yep. And you find out how lethal Wednesday Addams really is.
This actually sounds really good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, the other cool thing about this season is that we're Grandmama is joining. Joanna Lumley from Absolutely Fabulous.
Okay.
Is Grandmama Hester Frump. She's joining Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, Louise Guzman as Gomez, Fred Armisen, Uncle Fester.
He was really actually a good Uncle Fester.
I thought he was a great Uncle Fester. But anyway, so you can watch the first 6 minutes of it. Just go to YouTube and look it up. But it's amusing to see Wednesday go through the metal detector at the airport. That's something else to look at. Another little amusing thing for you is Megan 2.0, the sequel.
What a shock, etc.
It's funny, I thought there'd already been a sequel.
Has been paved with disappointment. I think we can agree that my biggest mistake was that I cared too much.
Actually, the biggest mistake you made was murdering 4 people and a dog.
Well, we can argue about that. But Ivana Sanko is joining the cast as the more advanced and evil killer robot, Amelia.
He's coming after anyone who
And what happens is that apparently they find a way to put Megan's brain into what's her name's body, the actress who's the lead. I don't have that listed.
I can't remember.
Anyway,
the mom or the
mom,
girl?
The mom that invented Megan. Remember?
Yeah.
They find out a way to put her in that. Anyway, go and watch it. Allison Williams. Thank you. I was going to say the news guy's daughter. Anyway, let's see. And finally, this: the popcorn bucket wars continue. Let's start with the Galactus one there. Why don't you? This is AMC Theaters. See it there.
Oh, x96.com/live.
Yes.
Well, that's really dumb
That's
looking.
a two-handed...
giant Galactus popcorn vessel. And it fit, you put all your popcorn in Galactus's head. Well, now that's amusing and all. But this is the one that I'm actually interested in. The Herbie the Robot, let's get that up there. Herbie the Robot Concession Vessel. Concession Vessel. Now, this you get a large popcorn, large drink, and a candy. And the great thing about the Herbie the Robot one is all three of those items fit inside of the robot.
Oh.
Which means that robot's pretty good size.
Yeah. You get yourself a good-sized robot.
A good-sized robot that will hold your large popcorn, drink, and candy.
What is Herbie from?
Herbie is from the Fantastic Four.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember what Herbie stands for. Robot for interdimensional exploration, something like that. It changes depending on who's writing. Herbie was originally started on the Fantastic Four cartoon, and everyone says it was because they didn't want to make the Human Torch a character in the cartoon because kids would set themselves on fire.
Are they really worried about that?
That was the rumor.
Okay.
That was before we had the internet, and that was the rumor that we all told ourselves. Really, it was just a rights issue.
That makes more sense.
Stan Lee sold the rights to the Human Torch to another company. So they had to come up with something, and they thought, robot. Well, Marvel has eventually embraced instead of shunned Herbie. They've embraced him, brought him into the comic book, and he's a part of the Fantastic Four family now. But there you go. There's your popcorn vessel. It's AMC Theaters is where you'll get those.
If his arms move. Or
I think they do. They look like they're articulated.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks like you have to raise the arm to put stuff in the body. I don't know. Go take a look at it.
I know you have to raise my arm to put stuff in my body.
Yeah. Traffic.
Only one accident to tell you about. Crash northbound I-15, 123rd South, milepost 291. That is all UDOT's reporting, and you haven't reported anything via text, but you certainly can if you see something. We appreciate it when you do let us know what you're seeing out on the roads, if it is safe to do that. 33986. The Utah Arts Festival is back, bigger than ever. June 19th through the 22nd at Library Square in Salt Lake. Over 100 musical performances on 5 stages, street theater performances, visual arts, film screenings, and more. Get the full lineup of events at x96.com.
All right, here are the boners that you'll be voting for today. Boner candidate number 1, Chase Me. Boner candidate number 2, Another Case of But I'm Not Dead Yet. And boner candidate number 3, Using Babies as Weapons at Crazy Animal City.
All right, boner of the day, big boy news, all coming up after some messages and a song. Stand by for that. RenaissanceRanch.com.
We've talked about Renaissance Ranch here for quite some time, and they're a terrific group of people. A local, family-owned Renaissance Ranch Addiction Treatment Center is what it is, and they have a full continuum, including sober and transitional housing. They have a family program, including education and support classes. And they also have the highest success rate of any addiction treatment center in the country, Renaissance Ranch. So if you or someone you love is struggling with addiction to drugs or alcohol, you can do no better than by going to Renaissance Ranch. Renaissance Ranch is staffed by recovering addicts, and that's good because they understand what you're going through, and they have great compassion. They offer residential and outpatient services as well. You can schedule a free consultation by going to RenaissanceRanch.com. That's RenaissanceRanch.com. And a great thing is they include, or they accept rather, most private insurance plans and Medicaid.
Oh, let me turn your mic on. There we go.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. So the Donut Critic, first of all, where can people find you on social media?
So it's Donut Critic on Instagram or donutcritic.com are the best places.
Ben goes around to all kinds of establishments, desserts mainly, but then you've ventured off into other things.
Burgers, tacos.
And today you've got stuff from the Dough Miner. Talk about what the Dough Miner is.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting business in Utah. So we just barely found out about it. It's been open for about 9 months. It's on 9 South and 300 West, and it's all about dough. And so I brought it in to see if we could test the name Dough Miner.
Boy, I'll say.
Now, I tried this savory, is it called a pasty?
It's a pasty.
What is a pasty?
So let's talk about a pasty because not a lot of people in Utah know what a pasty is, and it's probably not a safe for work Google term. So let's talk about it right now. But a pasty is basically a hand pie, a savory meat hand pie.
So it's like a meat pie, yeah, like a small meat pie.
Yeah,
They're delicious.
Yeah, they're really, really delicious. They're everywhere around the United States. They just weren't really here in
And
Utah.
why is it called the dough miner?
So this used to be something that they would eat in the mines. So pasties are popular for adventure or for, you just stick them in your pocket and you can eat them later.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Now, this one is, I love. What are these two savory ones?
So the savory one, there's a breakfast one that has an egg, potato, cheese, peppers, and scallions.
And then this one?
And then the other one is more traditional. It's got like ribeye, steak, potatoes, turnips, and it's usually eaten with a gravy. So.
And you were talking about the dough. The dough in these is really dense.
Yeah.
It's very hearty. Yeah, so it's not these dainty hand pies that we see, at other shops. These are dense.
So you could carry it in your pocket, and it's
got to fit in my overalls.
And when they were warm, it would keep you warm.
Yeah. So, yeah, these are originating from England, like the Cornwall Peninsula, which is the southwest portion, and it's just made its way over as just a hearty way to eat, all those things together.
Now, they not only do these savory ones, but what are
they do fruit ones?
Yeah, so to round out their menu, they included some donuts, and they have kolaches and, cinnamon rolls, cookies. They do a lot. So they definitely are living up to that dough miner name.
Before I put this in my mouth, what is it?
So that's a salted brown butter glazed donut. So it's a cake donut, and then it's sprinkled with gold dust on top.
Gold dust?
Well, gold glitter, but, it looks like gold dust.
It's really delicious.
They're leaning into the miner thing.
And saying that chocolate chip cookie looks fabulous.
Oh my gosh, it's dripping with chocolate. It's amazing. But this Oreo one is one of my favorites. So if you love Oreo, this is an amazing dessert.
That's a really.
I already ate that one.
Yeah, you did. Didn't
So it's got an Oreo and vanilla mixture on the inside. Yeah, like a frosting on the inside, and then it's topped with Oreo on top.
It's absolutely delicious.
And this one's good too. This is.
Yeah, that's called the Cherry Dynamite, and it's got a really good pop of flavor. It's different, so it's not just like that over the top sugary glaze that you get. So it's a filled donut.
Now these donuts, these are also all of these are from the dough miner?
Yep. So he's done it all. So he started this about 4 or 5 years ago, developing it and just deciding that he wanted to bring this to Utah. And so pasties was the first thing, and then
the pasty would be great if you're going skiing.
Yeah.
Stop and grab one of those, throw it in your pocket. It stays warm for a while, keeps you warm, and you can eat it on the lift.
Yeah. He calls it adventure food. He thought it would be perfect for Utah.
Going hiking.
Yeah.
A texter here says, for my drinking friends, the dough miner is across the street from TF Brewery. So you can just hit them both.
Now,
these are great.
Do you have to order ahead, or can you just go in
there?
there?
No, he's got them all there, and I think it's a fun little location, so I feel like you need to. And that area is revived, and so like you said, there's bar establishments and other restaurants right around there. So get your sweet and savory. And
what's that one?
That is more like a Boston cream.
Oh,
that looks great.
And that's a cinnamon roll?
Cinnamon roll, yeah.
Gina. That's as big as your head.
It's got cream cheese frosting on it, like 5 inches thick.
Oh, yeah. And he said that when you cut into that Boston cream, it just spills all over. So it's going to be...
I'll be doing that in a moment.
Gina needs to be left alone with the cinnamon roll.
Yeah. I need a moment.
And let's see. Then there's another interesting one. What's this one right here?
These are all great.
So that's a kolache. So it's a filled one. It's bacon, egg, and cheese. And so he went around to all the shops that did kolaches, and he felt like it needed to be revamped here in Utah.
Did you hear that sentence? All the shops that do kolaches. Are there many?
There are many. There's probably 4 or 5 shops that do them.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So now let's talk a little bit about your ranking, your
March contest.
So in March, I usually do a donut bracket where I take the top 32 donut shops in Utah, and we vote against it. And so just like other brackets, we go day by day and vote out the loser and crown the winner. And this is my 5th year doing it. We've had 4 different winners over the last 4 years, and this is going to be exciting. It's starting on Sunday. Go to Donut Critic and you vote in the stories. That's how we count.
In the stories. Okay.
And
I'm just stuck on the fact that there are 32 different donut shops.
I had to whittle it down from 65.
Really?
Yes. Utah is actually a big state for donuts.
Donut capital, are we?
we're lousy with donuts.
Wow. There's your brackets there.
Yep.
Where can people see that?
So that's I'm going to put it on donutcritic.com. You'll probably put it on your website, but yeah, on my Instagram at donutcritic.
Instagram is where, and Instagram is where you vote, right?
Yes, Instagram stories.
Now I should point out that Ben is the Donut Critic is also wearing today, for those of you who aren't seeing, a hoodie from some place called Pink Box Donuts. Oh, they're here. I've seen that.
They're in St. George, and they're coming up soon.
And he's also wearing a Krispy Kreme cap.
Yep, so. I've got to represent.
I'll bet you have underwear that has donuts on it,
I do, and socks and watch bands and everything.
Well, these were terrific.
Yeah.
So thank the dough miner for us.
Yeah, they are great.
It's just amazing.
Do you ever, do you express favorites yourself?
I do, but it's always categorized. So I feel like I don't really have a favorite shop. I have a favorite type of donut in different places.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. That's
like
good.
That.
Where do you go for just a simple glazed donut?
I go to Fresh Donut and Deli. That's on 27th South and State Street.
Never heard of it.
I've driven by. I've seen the place.
You have to go.
I know where you're talking about.
Very classic, straightforward, and the glaze is so good.
Okay.
So, and if you go to his social media, go to Ben's social media, the Donut Critic, and you could ask him questions like this. Hey, Ben, where can I find such and such?
I get probably 20 questions a day, and I'm happy to answer them.
All right. And I'll bet the answers are there if you look as well.
Exactly.
All right,
so
quickly, give your stuff again where you go.
Yeah, so go to Donut Critic on Instagram, no periods or spaces or underscores, and then donutcritic.com, and I post blogs and talk on there as well.
Okay.
But those are the main things. And then I do a Sugar High show in September, and so you can go to Sugar High Events on Instagram as well.
Oh.
And we're
all right.
piling
that song is from 1986.
So
that's reason enough.
You know what else is from 1986?
Us. You and me, specifically, buddy.
39th anniversary on Monday, apparently.
People have asked me how do you work? How is it to work with Carrie for all that time? How do you do it? Because bands break up because of squabbles and stuff, and it's because
marriages break up.
Yeah, but it's so Carrie and I we have this policy of not caring about each other at all. It's our policy. We just don't really care about each other.
You don't even give a care?
No.
Seriously, though, more morning shows break up because they spend too much time together.
Yeah.
We see it all the time.
We don't spend any time together other than here at work. We've taken trips for work and all of that.
Yeah.
Not for fun.
Anyway, so Monday is our 39th anniversary. Time now for Boner of the Day, 3 news stories. Does that mean 39 years of boners?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did we start? No, we didn't start the boner until X96, did we?
No, you did that at KJQ.
We
did it at KJQ?
Yeah.
We started that at KJQ when we were just a little puker in Ogden.
That's
right. For sure you did.
Okay, so 39 years of boners as well. 3 news stories. These will be examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today, June 5, 2025. We'll give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
Can't buy it, gotta win it. Radio from Hell Boner t-shirt.
Boner candidate number 1, chase me. Deputies in Volusia County, Florida, arrested one of their own after she was busted riding her personal motorcycle with a fake license tag that read, "Chase me," authorities said. Deputy Erica Muzzy stands accused of possession of counterfeit license plates. The incident unfolded around 9 p.m. Saturday in Deltona, Florida, when deputies spotted a motorcycle at the Wawa in Deltona. That's a convenience store, if you didn't know. The motorcycle had earlier fled a traffic stop, the sheriff's office said. The rider was with a group of motorcyclists at the Wawa, and that included Muzzy. As deputies were trying to arrest the motorcyclist, he called over to Muzzy, who became argumentative with him. Deputies noticed the fictitious license plate on Ms. Muzzy's motorcycle. Instead of having it towed, she chose to drive it away with the fake tag and flipped up, the cop said. Deputies later pulled her over. A body camera footage posted by the Volusia County Sheriff's Office showed Muzzy stepping off her bike and then becoming argumentative with the deputies. I was just told I was good to go, she said. She said she was trying to go home. Why would they tell me if I was good to go if I wasn't, she said. She's a deputy in the sheriff's office.
She should know better.
Cops took her into custody. She told deputies that she knew it was illegal to ride a vehicle with fake tags, but she said, I switch out my real license plate for photographs, and it's a prop, and I've just forgot to put the legal one back on. Yeah, okay, fine. She was charged.
You know better.
She was charged with reckless stunt riding on public roads.
We're just getting dumber.
Boner candidate number 1, chase me, as her license plate read. Here's boner candidate number 2, another case of, but I'm not dead yet. An 88-year-old woman narrowly avoided being buried alive after she woke up while her seemingly dead body was being prepared by funeral workers. The terrifying situation unfolded in Pilsen in the Czech Republic when the elderly woman appeared to be unresponsive when her partner tried to wake her up one morning. She just seemed she seemed dead to him.
She seems dead.
Fearing the worst, he immediately called emergency services for assistance, but sadly, a coroner later went on to declare her legally dead, according to the Czech outlet Blesk. Following the presumed death, funeral workers began working on her body in order to prepare it for burial, only to realize she hadn't passed away at all, but was in fact very much alive. According to various reports, she appeared to show several signs of life, with some claiming that she opened her eyes when she was placed in the coffin.
Jeez.
Others suggested that funeral workers were alerted when they noticed her breathing. But whatever the case, I'm not dead yet. It's another case of that. Boner candidate number 2. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3, using babies as weapons at Crazy Animal City.
Boner candidate number 3. After this, big boy news and opinioendo brought to you by
Waterproof your home with Baseco, because water can make its way through your foundation in many different ways. Baseco specializes in a variety of permanent foundation waterproofing solutions tailored to your unique issue. From sump pumps all the way to major repairs, crack settling foundations, each solution backed by guarantee. Schedule a free assessment today at baseco.net.
Eminem is not afraid to go toe-to-toe with a social media giant. The Love the Way You Lie rappers publishing company, 8 Mile Style, has filed a lawsuit against Meta Platforms, which owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, accusing the tech company of copyright infringement and seeking over $109 million in damages. That's according to court documents filed at the end of May. In the filing, Eminem alleges that Meta violated the copyright of 243 songs from his catalog through the unauthorized storage, reproduction, and exploitation of the tracks on their platforms. The lawsuit cites the app's features, including original audio and reels, as tools that allow and encourage its users to steal his music and use it in video content without proper attribution or license. As a result, the Grammy winner is seeking monetary damages for the diminished value of the copyright by defendants' theft of them, lost profits, and defendants' profits attributable to the infringement. So I guess what's happening is people are using songs on their Instagram reels and things, and nobody's paying for that. And Eminem says that's
gotta stop.
That's not good.
Good for him.
I want $150,000 for each one of the songs in question across all 3 of Meta's platforms. That totals a whopping $109,350,000.
Which is pocket change for Meta, really.
And a Utah attorney was sanctioned after Utah's Court of Appeals found they violated procedural rules for lawyers by citing cases that did not exist.
He won a boner while you were gone.
Oh, did he? And appeared to have been created through artificial intelligence. So now this is the story, I guess, is an official sanction of him. The court's opinion says that this is the first time Utah courts have addressed using AI when preparing legal documents. The judge said in the document that the use of reliable AI tools is not improper itself. But you need to check the work.
Yeah, it gets things wrong.
Yeah,
it is not infallible.
I use it, and it usually says make sure that you double check things, because I can be wrong sometimes. But I think it cited cases that just didn't exist, and he never looked at it. Yep. Utah health officials are warning residents who live in the southwestern part of the state or have recently visited about a potential measles exposure after an individual with the contagious disease was in the area last week. On Monday, the Utah Department of Health and Human Services was alerted to the unvaccinated, out-of-state individual who was visiting family May 26th to the 27th. According to the department, the person was out in the community and may have exposed others to measles. The risk to the general population is low, but we want to make sure that the public is aware of the risk of measles in the region. They're not saying exactly where this is.
Well, Southwest, that'd be St. George.
Probably St. George or Moab.
Yeah.
If you says currently there are over 1,000 people with measles in the United States. No cases have been reported in Utah. Let's see. This one is the state's $100 million school voucher program. Utah Fits All has hit pause.
Utah Fits Some.
Leaving families in limbo as they wait to learn if they'll receive a scholarship for the 2025-26 school year. Odyssey, which is the voucher program's new manager, announced on its website that it's rerunning the recent application cycle and requiring applicants to reapply.
Why?
It also said that for now, no additional spending by current 2024 program participants will be authorized, despite state law allowing families to use their $8,000 scholarships through June 30th. The decision, Odyssey's website says, stems from, quote, incomplete and inconsistent information provided by the program's former manager, ACE Scholarships.
It's not well managed.
No. The state terminated its multi-year contract with ACE in March, citing convenience. Following a proposal period, the Utah State Board of Education hired Odyssey. So Odyssey's, I guess, finding irregularities.
Mm-hmm. So they're pausing things while they figure it out.
And I would be very appreciative if they would just shut the damn thing down, because it's nonsense. Put that money into public schools.
Mm-hmm.
This past tax season, Kristen Fillerup paid a pro to help prepare her taxes. At least she thought she did.
Yeah.
She heard back that her payment didn't make it. I thought, no, wait a minute. I sent it a week ago on Venmo, and it showed that it went, and it was taken out of my account, Fillerup said.
Uh-oh.
She discovered she sent $275 to the wrong company using the same name. When they wouldn't return her money, she called Venmo. I got online. I found the customer service number.
Mm-hmm.
Things got kind of weird. She called the actual Venmo customer service number. The call was horribly garbled. The representative said he would call her right back on another line. And then when he called, Fillerup didn't suspect he was a scammer. She thought he was from Venmo. He wasn't from Venmo.
Yeah.
Oh.
This has happened to me, not calling Venmo, but paying somebody that had a similar name.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just out that, and it was about $250. It was like, no, well, I sent it to the wrong place. Sorry.
It wasn't Venmo?
Yeah, it was using Venmo. Yeah.
Was Venmo.
But she sent it to the wrong.
Yeah.
So there's no recourse?
Nope.
Huh.
Nope. You are
I think
SOL.
Company policy is sucks to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else we have here. Donald Trump has announced new travel restrictions on 19 countries.
Everybody pay attention to this instead of my bill.
He used the Colorado incident, the firebombing Molotov cocktail incident. He used that as an example of why he's doing this.
That guy was from Egypt.
Yeah. Well,
although that's not on
the list.
That country is not on the list of.
No, that's what I'm saying. Look at this instead of my bill and me and Elon fighting.
What's wrong with him? Jeez. Preparations are fully underway to handle the tens of thousands of people who will go to Washington Square for Pride weekend this weekend. Behind the scenes, there's a major effort to make sure that the event that starts Saturday is secure and safe. This is Utah's largest Pride festival right here in the capital city, said Chad Call, executive director of the Pride Center. The center's been planning for weeks, planning for this weekend for over a year. A significant part of that effort involves ensuring the festival and parade are welcoming and safe for everyone. We have really robust private security that monitors the festival grounds, and we have an incredible coordination with the Salt Lake Police Department that monitors current risks and threat levels, Call said.
We'll be in the parade on Sunday?
Everybody's a little nervous, I think. And I told you the other day, yesterday, about the UTA Fair ticket as fare program. That in the past, UTA has allowed people who have tickets to Pride to use that as a ticket on tracks or front runner or any UTA or bus. They're not doing that this year. They've taken that privilege away. They still are doing it for other events, but not Pride.
Like conference.
They're doing it for University of Utah sporting events, the Ogden Twilight Concert Series, Salt Lake Twilight Concert Series.
It makes sense to, encourage people to use public transit.
But not gays.
No?
No, we don't want gays on public transit, do we? I mean, really? That's what Trevor Lee would say.
Well, they're sinners.
Yeah. By the way, the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., since Donald Trump took it over and made himself the chairman of the board or something like that, their subscription rate has dropped 36% compared with last year.
I'm surprised it's not more.
Well, I think it will be more. That's just as of this moment, it's 36% down. It will continue to drop. And finally, this: a Dutch weather forecaster has accused Belgium of stealing wind from their country.
Excuse me?
Stealing wind.
How do you do that?
Wind farms in Belgium are reportedly taking up to 3% of wind energy from Dutch installations, according to Remco Verlersberg, the CEO of Dutch Weather Forecasting Services. In an interview with Belgian broadcaster VRT, he said, a wind turbine is designed to extract wind from the air. If you measure behind a wind turbine, the wind blows less hard. Behind a wind farm with many wind turbines together, you really see lower wind speeds. Those people, they're stealing our wind.
That's directly behind the turbine, but miles away. I don't think that makes any sense.
No, they're stealing our wind.
It's nice to know there are stupid people elsewhere.
How about thunder? Are they stealing their thunder?
My thunder has been stolen.
All right, that's it.
All right. Weather, traffic.
Well, 59 right now. Going to be mostly sunny. High of 81 today. Overnight low 58. 82 tomorrow. 88 Saturday. 93 Sunday. We just get warmer and warmer, it looks like. So for all your Pride festivities, wear a hat, sunscreen, all of that kind of stuff. Traffic, we've just had a great commute. I have no accidents being reported right now. Let me check our message stream. That's where Infiniteam texts us and lets us know what you're seeing on the roads. And yes, you are part of Infiniteam. If you think we need to know anything, that's where you send it in. Appreciate it when you do. Feldman's Deli, Utah's authentic Jewish deli, with expanded hours, now open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Breakfast till 10:30. Lunch, dinner, live music Fridays and Saturdays. More information at feldmansdeli.com.
Here's boner candidate number 3. I should say using babies, using a baby as a weapon at Crazy Animal City. A wild brawl erupted at Disneyland after a couple and another couple with a baby in arms got into a heated argument over line cutting. Video recorded by a witness shows two men, one dressed in black, another in white, scrapping with each other as a woman in a bunny ear hat tries to separate them while stunned park-goers, including young children, watch on. It is quite amazing to watch this video. The woman in the hat breaks off and shoves the mother holding the baby in her arms and actually ends up slugging the mother and the baby in the face.
Oh, jeez.
The woman in the bunny hat then goes back and tries to put herself between the two fighting men, grabbing one of them by the throat. This happened at the Disneyland Park in Shanghai, China, and there's an attraction there called Crazy Animal City, apparently. I don't have any idea what that is. The couple tried to have their photo taken together. They were blocked by the family. The baby got slugged in the face. People it finally got broken up by other bystanders. But, I mean, using a baby as a weapon. The woman was trying to break him up by shoving the baby in there. It's amazing.
Trying to toughen him up.
Yeah, that's right. Using a baby as a weapon, boner candidate number 3.
All right, let's review the first two and vote.
Number 1, Chase Me. This is the story of the deputy, Erica Muzzy, who had a fake license plate on her motorcycle, and she was tried to argue with her fellow deputies about the crime she committed, but she was finally apprehended. Boner candidate number 2, another case of I'm not dead yet. An 88-year-old woman actually being put into the coffin when they realize, wait, her eyes are open. She's not dead. And boner candidate number 3, using a baby as a weapon at Crazy Animal City.
All right, time to vote for Boner of the Day. 1, 2, or 3, remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put the single digit, 1, 2, or 3, in the message of a text. Which one's the worst? Vote. And then text that to 33986. Or you can call Katie in the producer's booth at 877-602-9696. Or go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boners, June 5, 2025. Click on there. It'll open up, and you can vote. If you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It'll appear. Click and vote. Now, as soon as we get through with these messages, it's time for you to call in. That means the boner voting will be over. Call in and tell us. The X-Poll question is, what's the best sandwich you've ever had?
Why do we do these political things?
I know, we're so political, aren't we? Best sandwich you ever had is the X-Poll, right after we award Boner of the Day. Right after these messages. You got 4 minutes. Let's go.
Fool's Day.
Yes.
And you find this, now I just happen to find this from Reader's Digest, which I didn't even know was still around. It says, a trusted friend in a complicated world. 56 pranks you can pull on people on April Fool's Day.
56?
Yeah. Now, I'm telling you, I'm not going to read all of them, obviously, but if you did any of these things, if you do any of these things, you're a jerk. You're a turd.
Your friends will not like this.
Here's one called Coffee Talk. If you know somebody who drinks coffee and they put sugar in it, sneak salt in the sugar bowl.
Don't do that.
So that when they put the salt in their coffee, wouldn't that be funny?
No.
How about peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and laughs? It says here, get some crunchy peanut butter and surreptitiously smear it on somebody's shoe, because you know what it'll look like. You know what? Dog poo. It'll look like dog. Wouldn't that be funny? Bug alert. Put out a sign that says this property infested with bugs, and then put it on your front door. Soapy shower. Unscrew your shower head. Unscrew the shower head and put in a bouillon cube so that your family member takes a shower that smells increasingly like chicken. Why would you do these things? What a horrible thing to do.
It's the worst holiday.
Here's one called Bad Wrap. Completely wrap a loved one's car in saran wrap.
Oh, I hate that
and
one.
then shoot silly string all over it.
Silly string.
Yeah.
Silly string makes everything better.
Gross out. Pretend that you're going to the bathroom and call your kid asking for toilet paper. When they come into the bathroom to hand you the toilet paper, accidentally smear melted chocolate on their hand when they pass you the roll.
No.
April Fool's Day.
I'm so glad we don't have to work tomorrow, that April Fool's Day is on a Saturday.
I'll warn you now. Next year, it's on a Monday. And I have something prepared.
Already?
Yes.
For next year?
I've had this prepared for 2 years.
Okay. Really? Okay.
I'm just waiting for April Fool's Day.
It's a prank?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to ask for it now. I'm going into work day right now.
Oh, you're going to be in on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, there are 56. There are 56 here. I just don't. Please don't do any of these things.
Here's a texter. Yes, thank you, friend, for ruining my coffee and wasting my money.
Oh.
Yeah.
You better buy the coffee for them.
Pull the old switcheroo on a bathroom toilet paper roll, replacing it with a large roll of white duct tape. You see?
No.
Katie doesn't like April 1st because it's the anniversary of the car accident that totaled her Rogue 4 years now. So,
and today.
Oh no! Wait. Now, are we still? Is our contract run out before next April?
No, because
we'll still be here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And today, just on a serious note, today, March 31st, it was my mother's birthday.
Oh, yes. Nola.
Yeah, Nola's birthday, and I remember her fondly. Almost every day anyway.
But especially.
And she died like March 12th, I think it was, something like that. And I went up to the Ogden Cemetery and said, "Hey,
Mom," on
March 12th.
April 1st is the holiday for every person you know who is passive aggressive. Yeah. If you're going to Savannah, check out the baseball team Bananas.
Oh, okay.
Total different kind of game. It's on my bucket list.
Gina doesn't care for bananas.
Yeah.
But we like to go to a baseball game.
April Fools, my brother put bouillon cubes inside of my shower head.
Yeah,
that's just the one I read.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Get a whoopee cushion. These are from the Reader's Digest. I can't believe it. How about, let's see, you want one more here?
Sure. One more.
Honk. Write on a large piece of paper, honk at me. Tape the sign to the back of your friend's car. So that they don't know it there, and they'll wonder why everybody's honking at them all the time. You see?
Yeah.
You see? It'd be funny.
Okay.
Might cause an accident, even that'd be even funnier.
Sounds like a day to stay in bed. That's what it's.
Yeah.
Just avoid the possibility of any of these things happening.
All right.
All right,
7:50. Time to award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by.
What'd you eat?
I don't remember.
Can you get a little burp and remember?
It'll come to me. Yeah. Oh, I
go. Oh, that's right.
Wait a second. Oh,
dinner came back on me.
No,
I don't know. What?
Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter.
And Sojo Summerfest back June 3rd through the 7th at a slightly new location, North City Park. The Sojo Music Festival features 2 nights of high-energy concerts, multiple bands, plus a full carnival, the beloved Sojo Summerfest parade, food trucks, fireworks, festival fun for all ages, South Jordan's biggest party of the year. Find the map and full schedule at sjcsummerfest.com.
I remember. It was macaroni and cheese with fried bacon on it, and all kinds of stuff that you could add into it.
Loaded mac and cheese?
Yeah, loaded mac and cheese. Boner candidate number 1 and number 2, chase me, and another case I'm not dead yet. But when babies are weaponized. Oh, and I found out what Crazy Animal City is.
What's that?
It's a Zootopia feature.
Zootopia.
At Shanghai.
Because that word would not translate well, Zootopia.
It's the Crazy Animal City, and it's not a ride, it's just you go in.
It's just a land.
Yeah, it's a land.
It's in Shanghai.
So Boner candidate number 3, using a baby as a weapon, is the winner of today's Boner voting.
There you go. It's your Boner of the Day for today, June 5, 2025. Now qualified to be Boner of the Week. All right. Is this a sponsored feature, Gina?
X96 welcomes Lola Young Saturday, November 29th at the Union. Tickets are on sale this Friday, and you can win some before you can buy some coming up with B. Gina a little bit later.
Well, it's the X poll, and now this feature doesn't work very well if you don't call.
Yeah.
It's 877-602-9696. And we want to know, what's the best sandwich you ever had? What's your favorite sandwich? Sandwich chat in general. My wife says mac and cheese with crispy prosciutto, not bacon, with prosciutto. Anyway, what's the best sandwich you've ever had? I was musing on this, and I think the best sandwich I ever had, really, I used to go to Vince's Hospital Drug on Harrison Boulevard in Ogden, and they had a lunch counter there, and they had a ham salad sandwich.
That's the best sandwich you've ever had, a ham salad
I just remember that sandwich so fondly. Ham salad is a very rare thing.
It is.
You don't see it very often.
Now, yesterday you were describing a sandwich you had in Chicago, which I really want to try. It's the bear sandwich, the Italian beef.
The Italian beef sandwich.
That sounds so good to me.
It was very, very good.
Because it's just beef and sauce and good
some
soft
peppers.
bread
Peppers in
and
there,
some
yeah.
peppers. That sounds really good.
Yeah. It's messy.
They all sound good. I've already seen Feldman's mentioned quite a few times in the chat room and on text. People say the Rachel, and this is obviously I'm pandering, but the Radio from Hell tongue sandwich was
that was a special. They don't have that all the time.
They don't have
very
it all
good.
the time,
Very
it was
good.
very good. Let's see, Ybor City, Florida. My first Cuban sandwich. Still the best I've ever had.
Does your sister still have a Cuban sandwich at her
I believe so.
restaurant?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go to the phones, 877-602-9696. Leo is here.
Hey, Leo, what's up?
Hi, good morning.
Hey.
Good morning. So the best sandwich I've ever had was a Philly cheesesteak at Maxwell's Cheesesteaks and Pizza in Daybreak.
At Daybreak.
At Daybreak.
Okay.
They have a Maxwell's out there.
So do you keep going back?
I haven't been in a bit, but I've been meaning to go back soon.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Well, hopefully this reminds you to go try it out.
Philly
again.
cheesesteak is a big, it's a big sandwich.
It is.
People love them.
Good sandwich. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leo. Woodworker Willie, my favorite sandwich is the same as any other food, one that I personally do not have to prepare.
877-602-9696. Great sandwiches. It doesn't have to be your all-time favorite. It can be, great sandwiches you've had in your life.
Your go-to sandwich.
Yeah, a go-to would be good, yeah. Let's see, when I was in college at D's Club, the D's Club sandwich can't be beaten at 2 a.m.
The D's Family Restaurant?
The D's Club. Okay, all right. 2 a.m. is when it's best, it says here. The one on 7th East.
I have heard people mention that sandwich before.
Really, the club sandwich?
The club sandwich at D's.
Huh.
Oh, so this sounds like it's right up my alley. The breaded chicken piccata from Poplar Street Pub. I would eat that.
Let's see. Look up Anthony Bourdain's favorite sandwich. It's easy to make and good.
Well, what is it?
Yeah, you tell us.
Well, let me look it up.
My wife says that if you're in a strange restaurant or diner, someplace you don't know what the food is, you're always safe ordering a club sandwich.
Usually, yeah. Unless they're using, and I'm not kidding, gluten-free bread.
Anthony Bourdain's favorite sandwich was fried mortadella and provolone.
All right.
Ooh.
Let's go to line.
He says he
one.
can make it. You can make it yourself. Huh?
Sure, easy.
All right. Let's go to Monica.
Hey, Monica, where are you calling from?
Hi, Spanish Fort.
Okay.
Ah, yes.
What's your favorite sandwich?
My favorite sandwich is a Cuban sandwich from this food truck called Papa Javi's.
Mm-hmm.
It is outrageously good.
Where does that
I
food truck?
watch them on Facebook.
Where is it?
I just watch them on Facebook,
okay.
and if they're around, I go.
Okay, what is it? Papa what?
Papa Javi's.
Okay.
Javi.
Okay.
Papa Javi.
There you
It's
go.
so good, you guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, well, that's the X-Poll question for you. Start lining up. 877-602-9696 is the number to call. What's your favorite sandwich, or what's the best sandwich?
This is just going to make us hungry.
Yeah, it's already done it.
Memorable sandwich, something like that.
Somebody get me a sandwich.
All right.
Doesn't look like a lot of people are on the roads heading for sandwiches. Everything looks like it's moving well. And you haven't sent anything in via text, but if you do see something, please let us know. Text it to us, 33986. Speaking of sandwiches, one of our favorites, Feldman's Deli, Utah's authentic Jewish deli with expanded hours. Now open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Breakfast till 10:30. Lunch, dinner, live music Fridays and Saturdays. More information at feldmansdeli.com.
All right. We got more sandwiches coming up after these. And then it's Beat Gina with some Lola Young tickets.
Yep.
All right. So
win them before you can buy them.
stand by for that. But right now it's the X-Poll Best Sandwich, 877-602-9696. Utah Pride Center presenting the Pride Festival and Parade this weekend. Washington Square Park. You can get all the details and tickets in advance at utahpride.org. We got somebody from the Pride Center coming in later in the show to talk about all the festivities and everything that you can do. The Pride Rally and March is on Saturday at the State Capitol in partnership with Equality Utah. 10 a.m. is when that starts. And then the Pride Festival Day 1, Saturday, opens at 11 a.m. Full day of music, entertainment, food, beverages, and fun. Special performance by Cupcake, utahpride.org for tickets. And then the Pride Parade is Sunday. Starts at 10 a.m. The largest parade in the state. Starting point is at 100 South and West Temple. The whole parade route, and really any questions that you may have about the whole party, utahpride.org. The parade will end 2 blocks away from the festival. And then at the Pride Festival, David Archuleta will be performing.
On Sunday at 4.
Sunday at 4. So, like I said, go to utahpride.org for tickets and information about Utah's Pride celebration happening this weekend. Always.
I was just looking in our chat room here, and who did this? Oh, it's Ivy. This place, the Killer Cereal, the Serial Killers.
Serial Killers.
Serial Killers Kitchen. Where is it?
4th and 4th.
This looks just incredible. Yeah. These people should advertise with us.
They should.
They should have Kerry Jackson be their spokesperson.
They should.
He is a cereal expert.
It's at the local market and bar. There are all kinds of, but all these cereal and ice cream combinations.
Mm-hmm.
I
the
think
best combinations.
I think I really need to go there. Oh, there's all kinds of cereal stuff.
Yeah.
Why haven't I been to this place?
I never thought of you as a cereal lover, Bill.
I'm not.
You're a very basic cereal
I'm not
person.
I'm not a cereal lover when it's just cereal. But when you're starting to mix it into stuff.
Oh, like with ice cream.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the greatest thing.
Yeah, I don't generally just sit down and eat a bowl of cereal. That's not my thing. But.
See, I'll do that if my husband's out of town or not home for dinner. I'll have a bowl of cereal for dinner. Sure.
But you mix it up in ice cream, and they got shakes there as well.
Oh, this looks really good.
Oh, stuff in my cereal, or in my ice cream. Ice cream in my. You got ice cream in my cereal.
By the way, Kerry Jackson has ice cream belonging to me in his freezer.
That doesn't sound right. That does not sound right.
There are several flavors. We just got to figure out how to get it to you. Because we ordered the Pop-Tart ice cream. And
cinnamon brown sugar
Pop-Tart Jetty's ice cream. It's the most expensive. And I got to be honest with you, that Pop-Tart ice cream is damn near perfect.
Well, you don't.
It really is.
You know, you can, Gina, you can just, from this Serial Killers, you can just order the stuff and they'll bring it to your house. You don't have to go to Carrie's.
Oh. They'll bring it to your house?
Apparently.
The other
I don't know how you travel ice cream like that.
Let me see.
The other flavor that we did from Jenny's, everything bagel.
This I don't get.
I know it doesn't sound right, but it's delicious. So you get it's cream cheese flavored ice cream with the everything bagel sprinkles mixed throughout it. That's delicious. But then what we did was we went and got a bagel, buttered it up, real butter, toasted it, and while it was hot, plopped the ice cream on top of it.
Like made an ice cream sandwich, kind of.
Yeah, it just, with open face. And that was delicious.
That sounds perfect.
It was delicious.
I may have spoken too soon. Maybe you can just order online and go pick it up. I'm not sure.
I just think ice cream's
No, it says, they will deliver it.
Huh.
You know, there's this stuff called dry ice. I don't know if you're
Well,
familiar
I know,
with it.
but
You've ordered ice cream through the mail from across the country, right?
Yes, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Also, there's the candy bar ice cream, which is Take 5 candy bar.
Which I love.
But they don't call it Take 5 because I don't know if they had the rights to do it.
But
they call it High Five is what it's called.
It's pretzel and peanut butter
Pretzel and peanut and chocolate and all of that stuff.
A cereal milkshake.
I'm hungry.
I need to keep my eye open for the monster cereals. They should be arriving very soon because we're coming up on monster cereal season.
It's not till fall, is it?
How soon before Halloween do they come out?
Usually a couple of months before. But they got the new flavor, the new monster cereal.
Oh, what is it?
Carmella Creeper.
That sounds good.
And it's caramel apple flavor.
That sounds good.
At 33986.
Like Charlotte and Draper, she says her favorite sandwich is a knuckle sandwich. Draper.
Sure. Yes.
It's another song by Stretch Armstrong.
Oh, is it really?
Knuckle sandwich. I'll play it for you tomorrow, probably.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Oh, let's get the X-Poll going again, shall we?
Yes, your favorite sandwich or sandwich, tales of sandwiches you have known.
Legendary sandwich.
People love Moochie's.
Sure, yeah.
The cheesesteak sandwich. The sandwich I liked at Moochie's was a cold chicken sandwich. Slices of chicken, and that was just great. And they don't make it anymore for some reason.
Don't?
No.
Might have been a special.
Love that one.
All right, let's see. Let's begin with Jamie. Hello, Jamie.
Jamie.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. Sandwich story.
I'd say unequivocally the best sandwich I've ever had is the capastrami from Capriotti's. It's got that hot pastrami, provolone cheese, coleslaw, and the Russian dressing. You can't go wrong with it.
Capriotti's.
Where's Capriotti's?
Where is that? Yeah, where is it?
I believe there's one in Murray. They're kind of all in the southern Salt Lake area. There's not any near where I am, but I'll make a hour and a half drive there.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, if you're willing to drive for a sandwich, that's a good.
That's a good sandwich.
Yeah.
Let's see, Alan, or is it Eileen? Alan.
It says alien.
Alien?
Oh no, it's Alan.
It's Alan the
It's
alien.
Alan.
He's right here.
Hi, Alan. Tell us about your sandwich.
My favorite sandwich happened 45 years ago, and it was Grinders 13 on State Street across from South High School.
I remember that. Yeah.
And it was the pastrami.
Pastrami sandwich.
They're not still. Are they still there?
I don't think they're there anymore, are they?
No, they're not. They
Oh.
went out of business, I guess.
Too bad.
But I'm gonna have to go get some fixins now. Thank you
I
very
was
much.
going to say, you should have bought more sandwiches
Thanks,
from them.
Alan.
All right, Alan. Rachel. Rachel is here. A good sandwich, Rachel, by the way.
Hi.
Yeah, what is it?
Hi. My favorite sandwich is a tomato sandwich.
Just garden fresh tomatoes.
But, yeah, so you can only have it during the summer.
I was going to say, that's the key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you put on it besides
fresh
the
tomato?
Uh-huh.
And then just plain old soft white bread, mayonnaise, salt, and pepper.
Yeah,
It is
perfect.
the perfect sandwich.
And I would toast that bread, by the way.
Is the muffaletta from Caputo.
Yeah, that's good.
They have a good one. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
nobody's mentioned the Grove Market yet.
Well, people have texted in.
They've
Grove,
texted
yeah.
in, yeah. All right.
Thanks.
Thanks,
you.
Rachel. Let's go to Dexter. Oh, Dexter, hello.
Dexter, hi.
Hi.
What's your favorite sandwich, Dexter?
It's a number 8 at Jersey Mike.
What's on a number 8?
You remember what the number 8 is?
It's a turkey, ham, meat, bacon. And
Wow.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Make your mom take you there for lunch today.
I'm not sharing, Dexter. Get your own.
Thanks, Dexter. I like it has turkey, ham, and meat.
And meat. Meat is its own thing.
Let's go to John. Hello, John.
Hello, John. What's up?
Good morning.
Hi.
My favorite sandwich, I had it 9 years ago at a food truck in Holiday. It was an island-themed food truck. I can't remember the name, but it was a BLT on white bread of all things. But it had arugula lettuce and an egg, and they put orange marmalade in it.
Ooh.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
Now, so bacon, lettuce, tomato,
and orange
some
marmalade.
arugula and orange marmalade.
Just a little bit of orange marmalade, just enough, right?
Huh.
Yeah, just enough. Oh, yeah. So it had sweet, it had bitter, it had the savory. It was all there. It was great.
That's.
And then
Go ahead.
I also had for Gina. I know where you can get the beef.
Tell me.
All right. So it's at Cubby's, just the Provo store, though. We used to do it at all our stores, but it just hasn't enjoyed the same popularity that they have over in Chicago. So you have to go to the Provo store to get it.
Okay.
Next
Cubby's
time,
in Provo.
Next time she's in Provo,
Okay.
which will never happen.
Yep.
I might be. You don't know.
All right.
Thank you.
William. Hello, William.
Here we go. Groves Market. Hi, William.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I'm representing Groves. So, yeah, the first time I had Groves, I was 19. That was a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I can't say enough about just for size and volume.
Yeah.
I mean, they're huge.
Yeah,
The
that's
Big John is amazing.
yeah. They're huge sandwiches, and they're you eat maybe half of it, and it's kind of nice. You sit outside in front of the market and eat it.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I was 19, I could eat a whole one of those. So.
Those were huge.
Yeah, but not anymore.
No.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. 877-602-9696. A lot of texting coming in. Let's see. Philly cheesesteak at the Hole in the Wall Philadelphia in Sandy. The Sag Store, Sag Harbor, New York. Turkey and cheese with the pickle thin with the meat slicer. The pickle is thin.
Oh, okay.
All fresh toppings.
That sounds.
You know what we've been having lately on white bread? Just pimento cheese spread. And that just make
Does
a
that
sandwich
count
out
as
of
a
it.
sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah.
Grilled peanut butter, bacon, and chowder from the Toasted Cheeser food truck.
Wow.
That sounds good.
I used to get a peanut butter and bacon sandwich at a deli in New York, right by where I worked.
Every single egg salad sandwich I've ever had in Japan convenience stores. Yes, they have figured out the egg salad sandwich, and Sue has figured out how to copy that recipe.
What's different about it?
Well, you have to get the proper bread, first of all. You have to get the milk bread.
Oh, yeah.
What's milk
from
bread?
the Asian market.
It's white bread that's really soft.
Really soft and it's just textured beautifully.
Yeah.
It's got a great flavor. Let's see, Gina Moe's Chicago Dog or Bobby D's two food trucks that do beef sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Let's see, authentic ham torta.
Don't know what that is
I don't know.
exactly.
I need more details. The Italian place in Spanish Fork, the Thor, is a sandwich. That is amazing. Let's see. Cement Dave shares fond memories of sandwiches at Vince's Drug.
Yeah, yeah.
A ham torta is a classic Mexican ham sandwich. Ham, cheese, avocado.
That sounds great.
a Mexican ham sandwich.
Vince's Drug. That's where I used to get that ham salad sandwich.
Yeah. Best sandwich I've ever had, the hot pastrami at Caputo's. That is a good one because they make their own mustard there, and it's delicious. Let's see. Chopped cheeseburger sandwich from Lou's Deli in San Diego. Let's see. Back in the 90s at Disneyland, the restaurant, the Blue Bayou, I don't know, it was a good sandwich. The Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had those.
Yeah. At the. I think they still do them at the
They
Blue
do.
Bayou.
If they removed them, there would be an uprising in Orange County, I guarantee you. Buffalo chicken from a gas station attached to Gandolfo's. Well, Gandolfo's always has a good sandwich, though.
You ever had a croque madame?
I have.
I had one of those with Jimmy a few weeks ago.
Thanksgiving Day leftover sandwich.
Yeah. Put the stuffing on it and all of that.
Club sandwich from the Blue Plate.
Yeah, the Blue Plate Diner had great sandwiches.
Pork roll, egg, and cheese sandwich. Little salt, pepper, ketchup on a good hard roll from Belmar, New Jersey.
The pork roll.
Pork roll. Let's see. Any sandwich from Grinders. Sad that they're out of business. The Green Goddess sandwich. Lettuce, avocado, cucumber, parsley, and good honey on wheat bread.
There's no meat on that.
It's called the Green Goddess, Gina.
we got line 1 there.
All right, let's go there. And remember how I said yesterday I wasn't going to tell you about any of my sandwiches? Mm-hmm. I'll tell you about the sandwiches. Okay. All right.
Hi, Amy.
Hi. How are you?
Good. What's your favorite sandwich?
My kids love chip sandwiches.
Oh.
And it is basically like a ham sandwich, ham and cheese sandwich with chips on it, or any sandwich that it's just for the crunch factor.
Yeah.
And so they any professionally done sandwiches too, they would add chips to.
Yeah, you know, like an egg salad sandwich, and you put some potato chips on there. It's very good.
Yeah. It's just the crunch factor.
Yeah.
So, and you can get a different flavor of chips, whether it's potato chips, tortilla chips, kettle chips. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
No, I need to find a place that does it. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Oh,
Thanks, Amy.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to tell you about a few sandwiches here.
All right.
First of all,
God, I'm hungry.
Silverside Deli does a chicken salad sandwich. That is fabulous.
All right. Okay.
The Mortadella sandwich from Central 9th.
Yes.
Down there by Laziz. The bulgogi sandwich from Grumpy Dough, the food truck.
Oh, okay.
Grumpy Dough.
They do just breakfast sandwiches. So it's you get your traditional Korean bulgogi on with a fried egg and a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's on this delicious soft bun, and so good. Also, there's a sandwich called the Gencarelli, but you have to drive to Park City for this one at the Chop Shop. And even though they have weird hours and kind of make me mad, I still drive up there for that sandwich.
Well, I like the lobster roll. That's a good sandwich.
That's a good sandwich.
Freshies?
Yeah, Freshies.
Freshies lobster roll.
Yeah.
That's a good sandwich.
You put chips on that, and it's really good.
And the Schlotsky's sandwich was good.
Schlotsky's Deli.
Oh,
yeah.
Katie says yes, she likes that
You
one.
remember the Schlotsky's? Warm. All right.
I want a sandwich. I need a sandwich.
And people are talking about they're sad about all these other places that went out of business.
Yeah.
Well, buy more sandwiches. For heaven's sake. All right, there we go. Traffic.
Someone says no one's driving because they're all home playing Nintendo Switch 2. That might be the case.
You're probably not wrong.
A couple of friends of the program said stop and go traffic, I-15 heading south through North Salt Lake. There's through 6 North. Somebody else says slow down I-15 Thanksgiving Point to Bangor. Crash northbound I-15 33rd South, milepost 303. 2 left lanes are closed there. But truly not a lot of traffic to deal with. If you do see something or want to keep texting us about sandwiches, you can do that too. 33986.
And Ed Brass says sausage and peppers on a sub roll on the boardwalk and the Jersey Shore is the best sandwich he's ever had.
What's up with this fool? What is he, sandwich crazy?
There you go. Let's see. The original from Schlotsky's. That's the one we're talking about. Okay. Beat Gina coming up after these messages. Easy to play, easy to win the prize. The prize.
This is Win It Before You Can Buy It, by the way. Tickets to see Lola Young Saturday, November 29th at the Union.
Lola Young tickets. All you got to do is call and play. 877-602-9696. It's multiple choice pop culture trivia. Beat Gina for Lola Young tickets after these messages. I do have a list.
A what? A list?
A list.
Oh, people love those.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
That's how we know people love a list, because he said so.
He said so. Now, this is the Hollywood Reporter magazine. Their critics got together and decided to name the, let me make sure I read this correctly. It's the top 50 television shows of, let me see, the 21st century so far.
That's a pretty broad...
Top 50.
So these are newer shows
of
the 21st century so far. And you won't guess number one.
Seinfeld.
Of the 21st century. See,
No, that was the 20th century.
There's the trick, see.
Mm.
It's newer stuff.
Okay.
Newish.
All right.
21st century.
Okay.
So far.
So past 3 years. Isn't
no
2000?
2000.
Yeah, 2000 was
That's
the
not
beginning
3
of the
years.
That's 23.
Oh, 23 years. Yeah, 23 years.
All right. I could do all 50 and run through them, but I won't.
Okay.
I'll start at number 26.
Well, do the bottom 10.
You want to do the bottom 10?
Yeah, can we hear the bottom 10?
All right. The bottom 10 are... my mouse is giving me problems. Number 50, Sex and the City.
Okay.
Number 49, Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon from Nickelodeon.
Huh? Okay, whatever.
That beats Sex in the City?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, you're not going to guess the number one.
Okay.
48, Southside on Comedy Central and HBO Max. Show I've not seen.
Me either.
47, Vita on Stars.
Nope.
Another show I'm not familiar with. 46, The Underground Railroad on Amazon Prime.
I saw most of that.
Chidi from The Good Place is on there.
Yeah.
45, The Crown.
Yeah. Okay.
2016 to present.
Okay.
All right. 44, The Leftovers on
Okay.
HBO.
Yeah.
3 seasons. Great show. Number 43, Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
CNN. Station 11 at number 42. Another show I'm not familiar with.
Oh, it's that's really good. It's based on a book. You would like it.
41, Beef with Ali Wong
Oh, you watched that.
on Netflix, which I thought was great.
Yeah, it was.
40, Insecure
Okay.
on HBO. So let me jump up to number 26.
Okay.
Gina.
What?
Battlestar Galactica
Which one?
on the Sci-Fi Channel.
21st century.
21st
I'm
century.
sorry.
All right.
Okay.
Number 25, a show that I watched and loved on Comedy Central, Review,
I don't know
I don't know
one.
that.
which is Andy Daly playing Forrest McNeil, who tries out things and reviews them.
Okay.
Not just movies, but, things. Divorce, for example. Jail Time.
He tries out
It's
divorce.
just hilarious.
Okay.
24, another show I watched, one season, I May Destroy You, which is, let's see, Michaela
yeah.
Cole.
Yeah, I think my
she's-
wife watched that.
Yeah. Number 23, Survivor.
Okay.
22, Better Things on FX. Show we all liked.
Pamela Adlon.
Yes. Number 21, Swearingen.
Deadwood.
Deadwood.
Yay, I love Deadwood.
Deadwood's on the list. Number 20, another show I'm not familiar with, Peep Show.
No idea.
It says, before Succession, this was the funniest nihilistic tale about a family that destroys each other. British show.
We're counting British shows?
Well, they're just saying TV shows. Number 19, Rectify on Sundance.
I watched that. It was excellent.
Was
I think
it?
there were 2 seasons, but I
Did not see it.
Is that the one that Charlie Halford is in?
Yes, he is in it.
Friday Night Lights at number 18.
Really?
Yeah.
I never saw it, but apparently it was. I mean, it was well done, and Kyle Chandler is really good.
Number 17, Halt and Catch Fire, which Bill Frost kept telling us was a good show.
Yeah.
Now, this one you'd think would be number 1. Number 16, Breaking Bad.
It should be
Way
further up than 16.
Number 15, Atlanta.
Okay.
Good show. Number 14, HBO Enlightened.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's Laura Dern.
Oh, yeah.
About I think it's about being in therapy.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I didn't see it, but I remember it.
And this is one I have no idea. Number 13, 30 for 30 on ESPN.
Oh, that's sports stuff. Brian Gumbel.
Documentary.
It's like they take a deep dive into.
Bill Frost texting in, where's Lucky Louie on the list? I don't see it on here.
I don't know.
Number 12, The Americans on FX.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Which I watched the first few seasons and then jumped out.
But it was ahead of Breaking Bad?
Ahead of Breaking Bad.
Well, I had Mandy Patinkin, that's why.
Number
No,
11.
you're thinking of Homeland.
Yeah,
You're
Homeland.
thinking of a different show. Homeland,
Homeland on there?
I don't think it is.
Oh.
Number 11, The Daily Show.
Okay.
Now, we're in the top 10. Like I said, you're not going to guess the number one. Number 10, BoJack Horseman.
No. Who made this list?
Some people put that on as their number one show.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
It is not better than Breaking Bad.
Well, it's different. That's what makes
It's
it hard.
not.
Well, I mean, they're very different.
Yeah.
Number 9, another great show, one season, Freaks and Geeks.
Okay.
Watch the Halloween episode. If you only watch one, watch the Halloween episode. Number 8, a show that I watched and enjoyed, that I thought I was alone watching and enjoying, Girls on HBO.
I never watched that.
With Lena Dunham. Number 7, Better Call Saul.
So they like Better Call Saul better than
Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I've heard critics
Okay.
say that it is actually better.
Number 6, Reservation Dogs.
Yeah.
And this last season was great. Yeah. Number 5, The Wire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to guess number 1 now that we're at number 5?
It's Always
Sopranos?
Sunny in Philadelphia.
Sopranos and Sunny in Philadelphia. All right. Number 4, 30 Rock.
Really?
Okay.
I mean, okay, but
it was it
Great
was
show.
unique, very unique.
Number 3, Succession.
Okay.
Number 2, The Sopranos.
Okay.
Number 1, Mad Men.
Oh, all right.
I told you wouldn't guess number 1.
No.
No, but I mean, I would say Mad Men's in my top 10. I don't know if I would
Sure
say
is.
it's my
You wouldn't make it your number 1?
one.
Yeah, I mean, no Scrubs isn't there, Katie.
It might be in the middle somewhere. It's in the middle.
Let me see.
It's probably around.
Let me go through. Let's see.
I agree with a lot of it.
The Deuce at number 39.
That was
Band of Brothers 38.
that was excellent.
37, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, a show that I alone watched.
I watched some of that.
36, The Shield.
I love watching Vic Mackey chew the scenery.
35, Chernobyl.
That was really good.
34, Jane the Virgin, which I should have watched because I started watching, because the star, Gina Rodriguez, I started watching her in a different show, and I really liked her. And then I realized she's on Jane the Virgin. I should go back and watch that because I like her.
I guess Always Sunny isn't even on the list.
It is not. 33, Orange is the New Black.
No Ted Lasso.
Veep at 32. Fleabag at 31. Game of Thrones at 30. Broad City at 29. This is a comedy show. Number 28, How To with John Wilson.
I
on
love
HBO,
that show.
which
I like
got canceled, sadly.
Yeah.
27th, Parks and Rec.
Okay.
And then Battlestar Galactica, where we started at 26.
Hmm.
These are critics, though, you have to remember.
It's odd that Ted Lasso isn't on there.
Ted Lasso not on the list. I wonder what their reasoning was.
I don't know.
Interesting.
It's just...
You never know when it comes to critics and lists.
We've hoped you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, no, Mandalorian was not on there. Game of Thrones was on there, yes. Dawson says this list sucks because Scrubs is not on it. All right, calm down.
You can like it. It doesn't mean you have to not like it.
No, you can't ever watch it again.
When was it published? Just a few days ago, Steph. Because...
I bet I know.
Tell me.
Is that from...
39 years old?
Yeah.
That song? Is it?
Yeah. Love and Rockets all in my mind.
From 86?
86. Just like the Radio from Hell show. From 86.
That's all in my mind.
Yep.
The official anniversary's on Monday.
Monday. Well, we're building up to it. We're building up to a big...
Yeah, why would you say big? We're not.
Yeah,
that's
filling
not
up to a
big
big.
anything.
I think there's going to be a balloon.
Yep.
I think
Well,
Katie,
a
balloon. I think it'll be a balloon.
Katie promised a balloon. All right. All right. Beat Gina, brought to you by
X96 welcomes Lola Young Saturday, November 29th at the Union. Tickets go on sale this Friday. For ticket links and all the information, go to x96.com.
Well, Beat Gina is almost here. And I know you're saying to yourself, I can wait. And you know, we all can wait. But Beat Gina approaches nonetheless. I'm Johnny Ola for the all-new Vegematic. Vegematic slices a whole potato in one stroke.
Ah, yes.
Makes pan-fried potatoes so fast and easy, all evenly sliced. Slice a whole onion to perfection. No fuss, no muss. Ideal for salads, onion rings, or hamburgers. Turn the dial from thick to thin slice and slice a handful of radishes in only seconds. Isn't that amazing? Just look at how easy it is to prepare celery for soups or salads. What a time saver. Imagine, Vegematic can slice a whole tomato in just one stroke. Every slice is perfect. Dial from slice to dice. Dicing onions is always a chore, but Vegematic does it with ease. You'll never shed another tear. Vegematic makes mountains of French fries in only seconds. The amazing Vegematic from K-Tel, now available for only $39.95. And now, like the Vegematic,
yes,
he does everything with no muss, no fuss.
Yep.
Your host, Gary Jackson.
What happened to the Vegematic? Did we just get better technology?
I think so.
Maybe it's still around.
It might still be. I don't know. Anyway. All right, the randomizer has picked a contestant. Gina, you'll be going up against Nina. This is going to be tricky. Nina and Gina.
Hi, Nina.
Are you there?
Oh, yes, I am here.
Ah, hi, Nina.
She couldn't afford a G.
I guess. Maybe with the prize that you win. All right. We will toss a coin now and see who goes first. Nina, you call it heads or tails?
Let's do heads.
All right. See what happens. It is heads.
Ah, you're one step closer to winning these Lola Young tickets.
First question is for you, Nina. It's up to you. Multiple choice, pop culture trivia. If you answer the question correctly, you get the point. If not, Gina will answer the same question correctly and steal your point away. Hopefully, she'll answer it correctly, and we'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. All right, Nina, I'm going to let you choose: Succession trivia or Noah Wyle trivia. Noah Wyle from ER.
Noah Wyle.
All right, Noah Wyle trivia. That's where we'll go. Got a lot of leftover questions.
All right.
All right, here we go, Nina. First question for you. According to Rotten Tomatoes, what is his critics' highest rated movie? So the critics have said this is his best movie, Noah Wyle.
Okay.
Is it 1, Samurai I Amurai? Is it 2, Donnie Darko? Is it 3, Lust in the Dust? Or 4, Failsafe?
Is it Failsafe?
It is Failsafe.
I don't even know that movie.
Well, it's highly rated.
It's very highly
critics.
rated.
It's highly rated.
As Noah Wyle movies go.
As Noah, yeah.
He's more of a TV guy.
That's one for Nina. Now we go to Gina.
Gina?
Yeah.
Which health foundation is Noah Wyle a spokesperson for?
Ah.
Is it 1, skin cancer? Is it 2, Alzheimer's? Is it 3, third-degree sideburns? Or 4, cranial rectimitis?
Let's say skin cancer.
Skin cancer is correct.
1-1. Back to Nina.
All right, Nina. In ER, why did Dr. Carter, the character he played, why did Dr. Carter shave off his beard? Was it 1, he was trying out for the part of Doogie Howser? Was it 2, he was on the run from the feds, accused of murdering his wife? It was the one-armed man!
I don't care!
Is it 3, he heard Carol Hathaway didn't like beards? Or 4, he got stuck to a patient who had been covered with super sticky glue?
Oh, gosh. I don't know the last one.
Correct.
Really?
Yeah. Got stuck to a patient who had been covered with glue.
All right. It's 2-1. Let's go back to Gina to see if she can tie Nina.
Gina.
Yes.
What was Noah's least favorite scene to film for ER?
Okay.
His least favorite scene.
Okay.
Was it 1, his breakup scene with Linda Cardellini?
Okay.
Was it 2, the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation of a dog? Is it 3, the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation of George Clooney? Or 4, cleaning up after Paul McCrane when his skin melted off after being showered with toxic waste?
Thank you. The mouth-to-mouth with a dog.
Mouth-to-mouth with a dog.
2-2. Nina's turn. Nina, you get this one right, you win.
Nina, according to Internet Movie Database, what does Noah not do? He does not do this.
Okay.
Is it 1, an impression of Truman Capote? Is it 2, play lead guitar for the Red Hot Chili Peppers? 3, public dancing? Or 4, work on Saturday or Sunday?
Is he not the lead guitarist for the Chili Peppers?
Well, he's not,
I'm
but
gonna do that one.
that's not what IMDb lists. So
Yeah,
no,
so I'm
terribly sorry.
confused.
No, this is IMDb says that he will not do this thing.
Public dancing.
Public dancing is correct.
Gina wins.
Wow. Okay.
Dang.
But Nina, I would have said the guitarist thing too. That didn't make sense.
Well, why would IMDb go out of their way to say he's not in the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I'm just saying, I probably would have made that same mistake, Nina. Because we're the same, you're going to win the Lola Young tickets.
All right. Hang on the line. We'll tell you how to get those tickets. All right.
I've got to go. Mrs. Ola says I have to chop some things up for her.
Oh, my. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, Big Boy News now, brought to you by...
Tired of paying too much for concerts? Experience great live music and enjoy adult beverages without paying stupid prices at Salt Lake's coolest venues. Don't miss Avi Kaplan with Guthrie Brown this Friday, June 6th at the Commonwealth Room. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
Coincidence or cause, Anderson Cooper, Aaron Burnett, and Caitlin Collins all saw their viewership on CNN drop 18%. At the same time, Jake Tapper's ratings fell while promoting his book, Original Sin. His new book, Original Sin, President Biden's Decline, Its Cover-Up, and His Disastrous Choice to Run Again, has sparked a conversation about the ex-president's cognitive decline while in the White House. But the book's release, along with Tapper and Thompson, that's the co-author, extensive media tour to promote it last month, has not helped the CNN's ratings, or his ratings particularly, or the shows that follow his. In fact, viewership for The Lead with Jake Tapper, it is The Lead, isn't it? It's not The Lead.
It should be The Lead because he's...
suffered a noticeable year-over-year drop-off in May, posting the worst month since August of 2015, according to Nielsen. And the 3 shows that follow his, and all of them were heavily promoting his book, Aaron Burnett Upfront. Is that Aaron Burnett's Upfront? No, it's just Aaron Burnett Upfront. Anderson Cooper 360, and The Source with Caitlin Collins all took significant hits as well, with each seeing its viewership drop 18% or more compared to a year ago.
I love Caitlin Collins, though.
Here's the thing, though, Jake. If it was so bad, why didn't you tell us about it when he was in office? Why did you wait until he left office to sell a book?
I heard this morning that Karine Jean-Pierre, who was the spokesperson for the Biden administration, the first a queer and first woman of color to be spokesperson for president, she has left the Democratic Party to be an independent, and she's got a book coming out.
Why does everybody have a book?
Because people will pay them.
Yeah.
And she says, I have lots of things that you
But here's the other thing, Jake. We're interested in the news now. Why don't you follow the cognitive decline, which is evident every day, 5 times a day, of our current president? Why don't you do that?
Governor Cox has appointed Lonnie Pearson, who previously served as government records counsel for the Utah Attorney General's office, as the first director of the state's new government record office. Cox made the announcement and praised Pearson in a statement released Monday. His appointment will need to be confirmed by the Utah Senate. Earlier this year, the legislature disbanded the citizen-led State Records Committee and replaced it with a single government records office, which will be responsible for deciding disputes over public records access and training local government records officers. Pearson is controversial because he refused to release Attorney General Sean Reyes's official calendars under request from KSL and the Salt Lake Tribune, and later argued before the State Records Committee that the law exempted the calendars from the Government Records Act. But
so let's put him in charge of more.
A judge criticized the office's record management system that he was in charge of as haphazard. So let's put him in charge. Way to go, Spencer. Nice choice.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we have here. Latter-day Saint voters are less overwhelmingly Republican than they once were.
Really?
But they seem to really like Donald Trump.
It's because they're not paying attention.
According to a new analysis of how members of the faith have voted in recent elections, the research says that they looked at partisanship and voting behavior in the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints since 2008. They found significant split in party affiliation between older and younger members of the faith, as well as an almost even break in party support among Latter-day Saint voters who considered themselves to be ideologically moderate. The LDS have not been turning out in huge numbers for Democrats in a long time, the study showed. Mormons were certainly no fans of Barack Obama. He only got 24% of their vote in 2008, did even worse when matched up against Mitt Romney. Well,
that makes sense.
Yeah, so... But when asked about Donald Trump, they like him better than they did in his first term. I don't know why.
It's because he's a showman, and they don't have to pay attention to the details.
I guess. Oh no, I don't want to do that story. Excuse me. Move on to this one. During a House Education and Workforce Committee meeting Wednesday, focused on the policies and priorities of the Department of Education, the department's chief, Linda No Education McMahon, doubled down on the Trump administration's stance to reduce federal involvement in education and to increase spending on school choice. We need to shrink federal bureaucracy, save taxpayer money, and empower states who best know their local needs to manage their education in this country, she said. And right there in lockstep with her is our own Burgess Owens.
Of course.
Representative Burgess Owens. He's very much behind what Linda No Education McMahon is doing.
Take care of them concussions, Burge.
Oh, man. Donald Trump says Russia is planning to retaliate against Ukraine for its surprise attack over the weekend. After speaking to Vladimir Putin on the phone for more than an hour Wednesday, President Putin did say very strongly as he is, that he will have to respond to the recent attack on the airfields. We had a great...
I thought he responded already. Didn't he throw his his Air Force captain out a window? Yeah. Isn't that how he responded?
He's been responding every day.
We had a good conversation, but not a conversation that will lead to immediate peace. But it was a good conversation.
We talked about sandwiches.
I guess. It's the worry is that Vladimir Putin, in certain respects, is getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
He's not a good strategist.
Strategery?
He's not good at strategery, and the fear is that he'll just resort to the ultimate weapon.
Yeah,
and that's the biggest worry I have of the whole thing. He'll just say, "Well, I'm just going to nuke him. That'll take care of it all. I'll just nuke him." Apparently, Donald Trump is complaining about the Supreme Court justices that he appointed.
I paid good money for these Supreme Court justices.
Yeah. He's having a lot of trouble with Amy Coney Barrett.
He's mad at her.
Brett Kavanaugh, not happy with him.
Yep.
Doesn't like Neil Gorsuch. So he's talking smack about him. And finally the Netherlands National Museum has a new object on display that merges art with Amsterdam's infamous red light district.
Oh.
It is a 200-year-old condom emblazoned with erotic art. The Rijksmuseum said in a statement that the playful prophylactic, believed to be made around 1830 from a sheep's appendix, depicts both the playful and the serious side of sexual health. The condom, possibly a souvenir from a brothel, is decorated with an erotic image of a nun and 3 clergymen.
Oh, boy.
And it's now in the museum. It's unused.
Ugh.
Unused.
Oh, there's a picture of it here.
Yeah.
The chat room found a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
No fun.
Well, it doesn't look like it would be fun. No. All right, that's it.
All right, sports weather traffic.
Well, Bryson DeChambeau is trying to become the first golfer to win back-to-back U.S. Opens since 2018, and he's using a bit of Utah to fuel himself along the way. Bryson took a detour to Utah for a helicopter ride and some souvenirs recently. I'm just wondering if this is legal, because I kind of don't think so. The golf star traveled to the Bonneville Salt Flats for a day of filming videos. As a parting gift, he scooped up some salt, took it home, and says he's now using it in his kitchen for some extra flavor. Quote, I literally picked up salt from the salt flats. I have it at my house now. I'm using it for some meals. I'm literally using it, which is really cool. I don't think you're supposed to get take some salt from
Fine him.
I think it'd be gritty, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Have some sand in there, too.
Stanley Cup Finals finally underway. Edmonton Oilers over the Florida Panthers, 4-3. NBA starting today. I don't know if anybody cares. Pacers and Thunder, 6:30 p.m. Salt Lake Bees lost terribly last night, 21-2. They play again tonight at 7 o'clock. That's your sports. Weather, it's 63 right now. High of 81, mostly sunny, 58 overnight. 82 expected tomorrow. Saturday, 88. Sunday, 93. So very sunny and hot Pride Festival. Prepare accordingly. Traffic, we've got 3 left lanes on I-15 northbound closed while crews deal with a pothole. It's spreading across all lanes of travel. Only 2 right lanes are open. Traffic backing into Sandy, so that's a major issue through there. Not seeing anything else, and I don't think you've sent anything in via text. People are still talking sandwiches on our text line. We should probably move that to our social media so we can share our sandwich suggestions there. 33986. Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice, paints, and more. Haster Games, 6831 South State or HasterGames.com.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back after these. I guess the yogurt guy's here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's often said that people of Utah speak a language all their own. It's a language that's often confusing and even incomprehensible to newcomers here in the Beehive State. So, Radio from Hell presents a handy guide to help everyone understand how the natives speak. It's the Utah word of the day, and today's word is...
Measure. Measure. This comes to us from a script submitted by Kirk Baxter. Measure, M-A-Y-Z-U-R-E, Measure. Now we give you the illustrious Mayor of Mona, Utah, Don Criddle, as he prepares to address the local media regarding an upcoming challenge to his office. Again, the word is measure.
Hey, Denver, son.
Yeah, Daddy.
Denver, son. Denver?
Daddy.
Denver. Hi, Denver. I need you to pretend to be a reporter. I need to rehearse this here press event.
Okay, Daddy. I am the media.
Hello, media. I'm Don Criddle, the illustrious mayor of Mona, Utah, here holding this city's impromptu press conference. Now, I'm sure you're all wondering the purpose of this very important public meeting brought on by me, your beloved mayor. So let me get to the heart of the matter.
Yeah, Daddy, is that on the matter that you told your opponent for the next pending election that she can't run for mayor on the fact that she is not a man? Is that what this is, Daddy?
Now, Denver, remember what I told you. The city office HR department admonished me not to use sexism as a tactic to win the next election. So just because Angela Lynn is a woman and may or may not measure up to the mantle of being mayor of Mona, I must focus on other things to dissuade voters from picking her.
But, Daddy, Mona City has never had a lady mayor. We never have and we never will. Daddy, I thought you said that I would be taking your place as mayor someday. Kind of like what they do in one of those careers. Right, Daddy?
Now, Denver, you need to hush up about that. Our current democracy does not measure up to a sovereign dictatorship yet. But haven't you read our city's constitution?
Oh, shoot, Daddy, you know I can't read.
You can't read? Well, just what in the heck am I paying your teacher babysitter for anyway?
Well, she ain't there no more, Daddy. Remember? She got all distressed, screamed something at us, kicked down the front door, and we haven't seen her since.
Well, that deadbolt sure didn't hold the door closed, did it, Dean?
Yeah, Daddy. Perhaps if we had used an actual tape measure in the deadbolt installation, we would have known where to drill, and the lock would have actually catched the door frame, because that's what happens, when you just use prayer and eyeballing it, Daddy.
I suppose so, Denver. Now shut your trap about bringing up the fact that my opposing candidate is a woman, and help me find some more ethical ways to smear her without getting scandals and litigation involved.
Okay, Daddy. Why don't you just say she's too emotional about stuff?
Join us again some other time as we examine how the Utah natives speak with the Utah Word of the Day.
Living spaces.
Oh, Carrie, you're saying it wrong.
Living spaces.
Living spaces.
I was telling Bill, I don't know how much they spent on that jingle. Well worth every
It's
penny.
catchy. And it makes you think, I need to freshen things up.
Sure.
Get some new furniture. Living Spaces has a huge selection. Free next day shipping. I was actually just on their website looking at it. I'm like, I could get that tomorrow. Or you can go into one of their store locations.
Might as well.
They have 2 in Salt Lake. In Draper, located just off I-15 and Bangor Highway, and Draper's furniture retail hotspot. That whole area there is where you can go shop. Clearfield, located off I-15, 700 South. Nice thing is the salespeople there, they're non-commission based. So they're going to help you out, but don't feel pressured into buying something you don't need or want because no commission there. Stores have a cafe. You can hang out, relax, watch TV. They have dirty sodas there if you like, little snacks, play area for the
986.
All right, 849.
Roller derby is a going concern here in Salt Lake. And
Going concern?
A going concern?
It really is.
He's Johnny Ola again for a second.
It's a going concern. This is a roller derby participant, the very lovely and talented Jamie Dodger.
Thank you very much.
Who is also I live with this person as well.
You live with a roller derby person?
I do.
That's right. Occasionally I just hip check him.
Yeah. Into the wall usually.
Like a sitcom in that house. You never know.
And our son always carries a knife. So
yeah, we were thinking that guy is just like our son. Yeah. So at any rate, there's a big roller derby bout this Saturday.
That's right. We've got the Summer Slam coming up this Saturday. So it's my team, the Beehive Skate Revolution. And those girls from Junction City Roller Derby.
They're from Ogden.
Those girls. They're Ogden girls. Ogden girls.
Mm-hmm.
You know how
tough.
they are.
They're tough.
They are.
So what are the particulars of this Summer Slam?
So it's again at the Derby Depot down there across the viaduct where the trains go by. The dusty warehouse we love to play in.
You go 13th South.
Yeah, just go over 13th South Viaduct, and we're
Turn
there
left.
at 1415 South 7th West.
And what time is the bout?
It's a little bit early this time. We're starting at 6, so you can go out. You can go hit your pride activities afterwards if you need to. But it's gonna be a rough one.
Why do you think that?
Well, so the last time we played Junction, it was the Spring Slam, and we were up there on their turf, but we took the win.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're going to be out for revenge.
That's right. This is a grudge match. This is definitely a grudge match. It might get ugly, folks.
Now, do we have tickets to give away to this?
We absolutely do.
How many tickets can we give away?
I think we should give away 3 pair. Does that sound good?
3 pair of tickets to this event Saturday night, the Summer Slam at the Derby Depot. So 877-602-9696. If you want, the first 3 people will get a pair of tickets. So call now. The Junction. I know Ogden girls. You know what I always say about Ogden girls.
I don't know how happy they're going to be to hear you say this about Ogden
it's
girls.
a compliment. Ogden girls are slightly slutty in a really good way.
We have someone on the hotline who very upset.
What? Who is it?
Uh-oh. You've done it now, Bill.
Malibu Harpy is who is
Malibu Harpy? She's a junction skater.
Yep, I'm here. Heard everything you said. Everything you said. And you know what? Trainwreck 316 says that we're going to knock y'all off the track.
Oh. Well, that's rich coming from a team who's already been stung once.
Oh, Malibu
Hey.
Harpy. This is.
They beat you last time.
We're okay. Yeah, that's fair. We're not mad that you beat us last time, though. We're only mad that you think you're going to do it again.
I think we have a picture. This will show you what Malibu Harp. Do we have that? If you go to x96.com/live, describe this? Who's in this picture?
That there is Malibu Harpy with a folding chair attacking my teammate Kimikaze. And you know what? Malibu? I just want to tell you, the chairs at the Derby Depot don't fold.
The chairs don't fold. You need that on
You're
a T-shirt.
All sparkle and no sting.
Well,
That's all you'll ever be.
If they don't fold, it sounds like they'd be more dangerous, honestly.
Well, they're just harder to pick up.
Okay. Malibu Harpy, are you going to take that sitting down?
No. You know what? A bee sting versus a freight train, just not even worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never be worried because the cream always rises to the top. In BSR, you're nothing but skim milk.
Oh, my goodness. Whoa. That's some tough talk here from Malibu Harpy up north.
Yeah, it sure is, Gene.
Whatever you bring, we're going to be ready. No matter what, because we play by the rules, unlike Junction City.
Are they cheaters?
No.
Good shit to think about that.
Good comeback, Malibu. That was
no.
This
You
is
know
totally
what?
serious.
We can sleep at night. It's not my fault that they brought roller skates to a chair fight.
Oh.
It's not my fault.
So the chair fighting league is meeting this weekend.
Yeah, and you know what? The chair fighting actually came from Flashdance because you are right. We are a little slutty. I'll give you that, but we're also a little crazy.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what I like.
You're
That's what I like about Ogden Girls. I grew up with y'all, you know.
Yeah, it is. They do have that little glint in their eye that you're not sure.
Yeah.
Are they absolutely sane?
Yeah. I wish you both of you the best of luck.
Really? You're not just wishing one of them?
Well,
I mean, really.
That's gonna go well later.
This is totally serious.
I wish you both of you the best of luck, and I know that the best team will win, and that will be the Beehive Skate Revolution.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I live with one.
I mean,
not for long.
Some death threats. I think she just means not for long because she'll be in the hospital temporarily. I'm sure that's not a death threat.
Well, that's happened a couple of times.
Yeah. I am the designated hospital driver for my roller derby team. Yeah, all fun aside, this is going to be nobody will be like seriously injured, I hope.
But it does. I don't know. It does happen.
But it is very action packed. I mean, it's a very physical game, and you can expect to see a lot of hitting and jumping and skating hard.
Is there a website people can go to?
Absolutely, saltlakerollerderby.org, and you can find tickets there.
Okay.
And more information about where to go, when to go. It's Saturday night, 6 p.m. Junction City versus the Beehive Skate Revolution.
Hey, Malibu Harpy, thanks for calling in and being a part of this. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for the airtime. Appreciate it. Good press.
Thanks, Malibu.
See you later.
I'm going to make sure the authorities are on side of this.
I think I may need some protection from both of them.
Yes.
Crash southbound I-15 5th East exit in American Fork. One vehicle's facing sideways into the left barrier. Emergency crews are blocking 2 left lanes. Traffic backed up to Main Street in Lehigh. Big pothole northbound I-15 at 33rd South. They had to close I-15 northbound where crews were dealing with it. It's spread across all lanes of travel. Traffic backing up into Sandy. That's a big mess through there. And we've got a crash southbound I-15 106 South. in Salt Lake as well. You can always text us what you're seeing on the roads, 33986. Shark Summer at Clark Planetarium has finally surfaced. See Shark Kingdom 3D on the giant IMAX screen. Snap a selfie with the 11-foot shark. Enjoy shark-themed snacks and gifts happening all summer long.
All right, KXRK Provo, we will take a break, play a song, and then after that song, it's the Boner Recap game. Easy to play, easy to win. All you have to do is call us, tell us who won the Boner this morning. If you were listening, you know. If you were not listening, I'd cheat today. I wouldn't guess. Go online, x96.com, look for the box that says Boners June 5, 2025. Click on there. It'll say winner next to the winner. What is our prize today?
Tickets to see Morrissey October 4th at the Union.
Morrissey tickets, 877-602-9696. Get them by playing the Boner Recap game coming up. Retire with Jim.
You know, if you're like me and you start talking about money and retirement and how to do all of that, and then my head starts to buzz and my eyes kind of go crossed and so you need somebody you trust to help you with your retirement. And that's what we could have in our friend Jim. You can set up a free session with Jim at retirewithjim.com/x96. Everybody has a different kind of unique financial situation, and planning your retirement is something that you shouldn't try to do yourself. You need to have a professional strategize and do it to your personal needs. So that's why we talk about Jim. He's very good at what he does. He can help you with your retirement. You might think, I don't really have. You can invest in your future. You really can, and Jim can show you how. So go to retirewithjim.com for a free consultation. That's retirewithjim.com/x9.
Him to go car shopping. And you're saying, wow, that's a big Father's Day present.
That is.
Here's the situation. My husband has been driving this truck. It's a 16-year-old truck.
Okay.
Oh, no.
This is a truck that if I want to ride in it, I can't open the passenger side and get in it. I have to get in the driver's side and scoot over because the door doesn't open.
And that's intentional. He planned it that way.
And I have a new car.
Uh-huh.
Joe has not had a new car in
But it's not his priority.
years. And he, a couple days ago, was at the Whole Foods downtown with the parking structure.
Yeah.
Bags full of groceries, comes out to the truck, and the truck won't start. Try to get a tow truck in a parking
garage,
structure.
yeah.
Good luck with that.
That is tricky.
He took it in, thought they had it fixed, brought it home yesterday, got in it to drive to go somewhere else, and it died again. I'm like, it's time.
That should be the final straw.
It's time. Yeah, God bless him. He never buys himself anything, and he gets his use out of things, but it's time.
But see, Sue's telling me the same thing, that I should get a different car, and I tell her, isn't it nice to not have a car payment?
Yeah,
first
that's
of all?
and he says that. He's like, the truck's paid for.
And I'm waiting for another electric vehicle that is as good as our Tesla.
But you want something different.
But I want something different because I don't want to buy a Tesla again.
Well, you're not having any problems with the Tesla, though.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so
we need two cars.
Well, you do have two cars.
Yeah, we have my Mini and the Tesla.
And you're not having any problems with the Mini?
No trouble with my Mini, except for the speakers on the right side kind of popped out yesterday.
It popped they
just
came all the way out of the
They're
door?
not working
Oh.
for some reason. There's a short somewhere.
There are more EV options now.
Yes.
There are.
Does Mini probably makes an electric?
They do. I don't know if it's as good as some of the others, but I don't know.
Well,
but it's nice not having a car payment. And
I'll just drive my Toyota until the wheels fall off.
That's what I'm doing, yeah.
Or till you get stranded in the Whole Foods parking lot.
Well, I had a car. You remember that red sports car I had? Where there was a phantom problem with it.
Yeah.
It
had a ghost in it.
You just go out and it wouldn't start. I
Yeah.
mean, wouldn't even click.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so you take it to the...
My grandfather's Fiat was that way. He haunted it.
So I finally said, I can't put up with this. I need another car.
Anytime I tried to go to a concert, it would not work. Anytime I tried to go to radio school, it would not work.
Your grandpa
My grandpa did not want me in this business.
That's right. He'd pull the plug.
Exactly. He haunted that Fiat. that it is estimated that what was it, yesterday? Yesterday was the 38-year anniversary of Radio from Hell.
Really? Yesterday.
Are you feeling that?
No, that's not when
That's
you
not
joined.
me,
That was
no.
when the whole format change at KJQ happened and all that.
And all of a sudden, we were Radio from Hell on
KJQ.
On KJQ.
38.
I worked at KJQ earlier than that, but I've been on this show for 27 years.
27 years.
Or maybe 28 in May, I think. But
And you measure things by births.
by births.
I measure things by how much it hurts.
Because Festus will be 27 at his next birthday. That's how I figure it out.
Oh.
And I started with you guys before Festus was born. So.
Oh, okay.
But I worked at KJQ before that.
Oh, geez. So 38 years.
Yeah.
Does it hurt?
Everywhere. Pretty much everywhere.
And you guys still haven't got a watch yet.
No. Nor a dinner.
Or a dinner.
Or a dinner.
No one's ever given us a dinner
Never
or
given
a
us-
watch.
Never given us a dinner.
A gold watch and a dinner. That's what we need. Someday.
I don't think so.
No, I don't
think
either.
you should say
No, they're
someday.
going to. No, I maintain that somebody will come into the room and turn off the microphones and turn out the lights and say, "It's been fun, but we'll see you later."
No, that's what happened to my dad, Tom Barberi. Long time.
How did that happen? Yeah.
It was the classic Friday.
Friday.
They waited till after the
After
show.
the show.
Tom, I need to see you in my office for a minute.
Yeah.
We're going a new direction, and that's it.
And that's it.
No goodbye. No.
And that direction, by the way, we're calling that direction the end of call radio.
Even though it's down
Basically.
the hall right now, it's a sports station.
It's a sport. That is the same.
Yeah,
necessity, isn't it?
Usually when they let radio people go, that's you don't know. You don't get
Yeah.
to come on the air and say I'm leaving
It's
in 2 weeks.
rare you get a goodbye show if you're being fired. Now, if you're retiring, you usually, at least according to the radio trades that I read,
you get it.
They let you do a final show.
So Howard Stern is at the end of his contract.
Yeah.
His contract is up the end of this year. He makes $80 million a year.
Oh, shut up. Why do you have to do that?
And they are begging him to stay with Sirius because he's
the reason.
There are people that will not pay for Sirius anymore once he's gone.
Yeah.
80, and he's like, yeah, I think I might be done at the end of this year.
No, he won't.
If he's made $80 million a year for the last 5 years, that's just the last 5 years. He was making millions
Before that, yeah.
I don't know what you do with that kind of money. I mean, what?
You invest it.
But for what? What? He
You
could
do
not
good-
possibly live any better than he
I
lives.
would
good works.
I would travel. That's what I would do with that kind of. I would just travel. I'd say goodbye, suckers. Book a flight to Paris.
I would see if I could have. I would see if I could have some things replaced.
Like parts of your body.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's they just. I don't know. I do think that we won't be fired. They'll just turn off the lights.
That's us being fired. That's.
They'll wait till the end of the contract and then turn off the lights.
A texter reminds me. Doug Wright had a year-long farewell tour. Remember how excruciating that was?
Yeah, he did.
And he's still on the air.
No, he's not. He's only does commercials now.
Oh, that's right. They replaced him on the movie show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll just be one day you'll tune in and we'll
just
be
not
gone.
be here.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So check our social media and we'll
But,
tell you.
38 years or 39 years, whatever it ends up being.
It'll be 39.
That's a lot of time.
Can't go for an even 40, though. I'd like to go for an even 40.
Ed Brass says they wouldn't dare kill very important sports, so Radio from Hell will live forever.
That's true. That's we could just track that whole album.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that song is, well, go ahead, Gina. City,
Well,
yeah.
Carrie spells her name Carrie. This is different from your Carrie in Taylorsville says,
Taylor.
was that, if I remember correctly, in Taylorsville, that was from 1986.
1986.
Yep. 39 years ago.
Just like this show.
39. We've done this longer than 39
yeah.
years. But
that's the other thing I was going to ask about. We have such bad memories.
it became Radio from Hell
In
39 years ago in 1986.
It was something else that you guys don't like to talk about before that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can.
It was
maybe on Monday we'll talk about
I'm
it.
trying to think how long we were when we started together before.
I could dig up my resume and see. I've got it stuffed away somewhere.
Can't remember.
Anyway, yeah. Our official 39th anniversary is Monday, apparently. So.
There'll be a celebration with a balloon.
A balloon.
And balloon.
There'll be a balloon.
And balloon will be here.
And maybe a bag of mixed nuts. I don't know. So it's time for the Boner Recap game, and we have somebody there.
Brent is here.
Hey, Brent, how are you today?
Very good. How are you?
I'm fine. I just had some yogurt, from Yagut. It was really good.
Randall brought it in.
Yeah, he has a yogurt store called Yagut. It's in the 9th and 9th neighborhood, and it's not the kind of frozen yogurt that you would think.
Yeah, this is actual yogurt. It's not that other stuff.
It's
like the real stuff.
It's got a nice little tart flavor to it, and then they're all different flavors, and you put toppings on
them.
It's really good. Yagut.
Sounds delicious.
I've got granola and honey.
Yeah. It is delicious. You go to 9th and 9th and try it. He's over there. I think he just opened recently.
He did, yeah.
So, anyway, time for the Boner Recap, and Randall, no, not Randall, Brent. Randall's the yogurt guy. Brent, I'm going to read the 3 boner candidates. You tell me the winner, and you will win a fine prize, which is what, Gina?
Which is tickets to see Morrissey coming October 4th to the Union.
Oh.
Tickets for this show go on sale tomorrow, too, by the way. This is win it before you can buy it.
All right. I think I'd love to see Morrissey. What day of the week is it?
I don't know. It's October 4th. You have time to plan, Bill.
Yes. Brent, did you hear the boner candidates earlier?
I didn't, but I'm on the website.
Oh, you're cheating, eh?
Cheater. All right,
Of course.
boner candidate number 1. Chase me. Deputies in Volusia County, Florida, arrested one of their own, a fellow deputy. She was busted riding her motorcycle with a fake license tag that said, "Chase me" on it. You can't do that. And you would think that this deputy, her name was Erica Muzzy, would know this sort of thing. She probably did know it, and she just tried to get out of it, but she didn't. Boner candidate number 2, another case of, but I'm not dead yet. An 88-year-old woman in the Czech Republic. Her husband, her partner, went to wake her up, and he couldn't wake her up. He said, "Oh my God, she's dead." Called the authorities. They took her to the morgue. They were preparing her body. They were lowering her into a coffin, and she opened her eyes. And somebody said, "What? She's not dead yet." And so they nearly buried her alive. And then boner candidate number 3, using a baby as a weapon. This is a fight at Shanghai Disneyland in front of Crazy Animal World. And one woman is holding a baby while these people are fighting, and then she kind of uses the baby to try and break the fight up, and then the baby gets slugged in the face, and it was not a pretty scene. So there's the boner candidate number 3. Who was the winner, Brent?
Though most of us have been tempted at some point, it was number 3, using babies as weapons.
Yeah, I have been tempted to weaponize a baby or two, but I never did. Congratulations, Brent. You're going to go see Morrissey. That should be a lot of fun. Say thank you, and we'll put you on hold.
Thank you. And by the way, thank you for 39 years. I'm old enough to remember the Fun Pigs.
Stop it. Hey!
He invoked
None of that.
name.
None of that.
Hang on, Brent.
Fun Pigs. Ugh.
All right. We will take a break. We will be back after these messages with some big boy news and opinioendo. Stand by for that. right.
She's just nutty, isn't she?
She is. 9:20 right now, and it is time for some big boy news and opinioendo, brought to you by.
See movies on the big screen at Broadway Center Cinemas. Check out this week's Summer Showdown, featuring fantastic Mr. Fox and The Nightmare Before Christmas. Get your tickets now at slfstix.org.
Jimmy Buffett's widow has
Widow Buffett?
Yes. Has filed a petition to remove the co-trustee of Jimmy Buffett's $275 million estate, claiming that he has failed to act in her best interests. In her filing, reviewed by Variety, Jane Buffett is seeking to remove Richard A. Mosenter from his role in overseeing the trust, claiming that he's been openly hostile and adversarial towards her since her husband of 46 years died in September of 2023. She claims that Mosenter took over a year to provide her with an estimated estate income, stating that the trust would only provide her less than $2 million a year.
How's she ever going to get by on that?
And that she should consider selling her own real estate to maintain her standard of living.
Wait a minute. If the estate's worth $200 and something million?
Yeah.
The entire estate is worth $275 million. And he said, well, I'll give you $2 million a year. And she said,
that's not enough. And he said, why don't you sell your house then?
Yeah.
It sounds
Does
like
that
there's...
mean he's like squirreled away some of that for himself?
Maybe.
Sounds to me like, yeah.
Counsel for Buffett is claiming that Mr. Mosenter is either not competent to administer the trust or unwilling to act in her best interests. They seek his removal due to his unprofessional and combative communication with Mrs. Buffett, as he complained that he cannot, quote, have one productive conversation with her about any topic, and that his time is being wasted by her.
Well, it sounds like she needs somebody else helping her with this.
Yeah.
It's her money.
They also claim that Mosenter and his firm billed the trust $1.75 million for their services in the previous year. Box Elder County man, Utah man, who is not a drag queen.
Not?
Nope.
Oh.
I kind of know where the story's going.
Not a drag queen. Has been charged with 20 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor after police were notified of illegal content on his Kick account. And I don't know what a Kick account is. A KIK, would you maybe look
No
that
idea.
up?
I don't. It doesn't sound like something I want to Google.
Okay, I'll do it later.
Give me a second.
The man was identified as 27-year-old Colin James Hawkins, who police said was a professor in another state. Not a drag queen, but a professor. According to a probable cause statement, officials at Kick notified the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children about child sex abuse material, CSAM, used on that account.
It's like a WhatsApp, but its focus is photos and videos. Yes.
So they have standards apparently, because when these pictures were on the site, they immediately contacted the National Exploited and Missing Children Bureau. It was the initial information was also sent to the Idaho Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force and then passed along when the account came back to Hawkins' name and Tremont address. Investigators with the Tremont and Garland police said they found several instances of that material on his account. They also found some phones that had pictures like that on them, phones that had pictures of depicting males from the ages of 3 to the late teens. Hawkins was charged with 20 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor. He's a professor at BYU, Idaho. Not a drag queen.
No.
Not a drag queen.
No.
You realize it's never a drag? I mean,
Yeah, I know.
The Bear Lake Marina. That's the caption of the picture. Black bears were once nearly wiped out from Bear Lake. There used to be a lot of bears there. That's why it was named Bear Lake. But in the 16 years that Andrew Stokes has lived near Bear Lake, he can't recall a single instance of a bear being hit by a vehicle near its turquoise blue waters. As Idaho Park Manager for Bear Lake State Park Stokes says he hasn't even heard of many visitors encountering black bears, but they are around. Some of them, there's still some of them in the area. And he got a call in May that a black bear had been hit and killed near Cisco Beach.
Oh,
And it's just a sad, there's the picture.
Oh, it's a cute little bear.
Yeah, he got hit by a car. He said to see a bear on the east side of the lake would have been incredible, but to have it killed was just so sad, he said. The park posted the news on their Facebook page, urging the growing number of visitors to stay alert and exercise caution while traveling around Bear Lake. I hit an animal traveling in that area. A skunk ran across the road, and I ran it right over.
Ew.
And my car did not smell good for a while.
Yeah, that's just got to wear off.
Yeah. It used to be called the Reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. 165 years old, that church is. They changed their name some time back to
Isn't that the Church of Christ?
the Church of Christ, and they have anointed their first prophet, female prophet.
Oh.
The leader of their church now is a female. Her name is Stacy Cram. She's been serving in the church's governing first presidency, spent nearly a quarter of a century in full-time ministry for the faith. So I don't know what people know about the Reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It traces its origins to Joseph Smith. So at the time Joseph Smith was killed, his wife, Emma, said, well, the leadership of the church should be passed down by succession to his son. I think his son's name was Joseph Smith Jr. And Brigham Young said, nope, no, I'm the leader of the church. I'm going to be the big boss. And she didn't like that, so they formed their own church.
Shouldn't the prophet be like S. Stacy? Like
it should be an
initial and then Stacy?
Yeah,
S. Stacy?
No, she's got a middle initial, D, so maybe it should be D. Stacy Graham.
D. Stacy, yeah.
But anyway, she was anointed the leader of that church, and I guess the passing down the leadership of the church through the Joseph Smith lineage.
So she must be related?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think they've kind of
at some point they had to give that up.
They had to kind of give that up and back off of it. It's an interesting group if you want to read something about it. It's Church of Christ or the Reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And that schism was a fascinating thing that Emma Smith said, nope, not going to go with you, Brigham. It should be my kid who's the leader of the church. Let's see. State law may prevent a South Jordan woman from running for office due to her name.
What?
Rachel Lewis Jefferson said her name is the issue. She said the new election code, which changes the name requirements on the ballot, doesn't allow her to use the last name she goes and is known by, Jefferson. After she was married, she never legally changed her name. But she said she's used her husband's name professionally and personally for years. So she didn't change her name to Jefferson legally.
Okay.
Oh.
She just kept her own last name, but she never really used her own last name. She's always used the name Jefferson.
Okay.
I had looked at changing it legally, but it seemed like so many hurdles to go through. First, it's 4 or 6 weeks to change with the Social Security office, and then you have to get your new driver license, and then you have to be new thing to register to vote. And on top of that, there are all these other legal documents, and I just never did it. And now I want to run for office. I filed as Rachel Lewis,
but nobody knows her as that.
Yeah.
Ah.
So, and the new law only allows nicknames before or after the candidate's legal first name, or it can replace the first name if they submit an affidavit that they sign. Anyway, she wants to run for office, and it looks like it's not going to be easy to do because of a new state law. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, Mill Creek Common. Interesting. It's Mill Creek Commons, the second phase of the growing suburbs' new plaza, will bring some unique amenities. Mill Creek city leaders officially broke ground last month on the second phase of Mill Creek Common, the city center located off 1300 East and 3300 South. It's already home to a skating rink, the largest outdoor climbing wall in Utah, and an upgraded city hall. The city hall Mill Creek City Hall includes a coffee shop and a restaurant on the first floor. And even more coming, a 19-hole mini golf course, a skate park, a moose-themed playground.
A moose-themed? Okay.
A Splash Creek water feature, and hundreds more trees, according to a news release from the city. Construction scheduled to wrap up by the end of 2026. It's a city hall that's going to have a splash pad outside of it.
Apparently, we're going to have some people from Mill Creek Common on the show next week on the 13th.
And finally, Utahns are being urged to watch out for ticks. It's the summer season. I know you don't typically worry about ticks.
Oh, no, I typically do.
There's one. X96.com/live.
That's a big tick.
I think that's, and they're pretty ugly. But
what
watch
can
out.
I do? Don't just say watch out. Are there some tips
well,
that I can
stay away from them?
You need to have your husband go over your entire body.
That's right.
When you've been out camping, which is never.
Just like my Scoutmaster did.
Not a drag
Not a
queen.
drag queen.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
You're God. Well, that was a rare admission. Tick-borne diseases typically will develop only if the tick has been attached to you for over 24 hours. So if you find the tick before then, you're most likely okay. But if you've got a tick on you for more than 24 hours, first of all, it's going to be big and full of blood. And second of all, you may have caught a disease. So there was a tick surveillance report. They collected 272 different ticks, including 32 western black-legged ticks and 109 Rocky Mountain wood ticks.
Oh, I think tick surveillance has been doged.
Oh no.
Replaced by my scout leader. All right. Weather.
81, mostly sunny today. Overnight low 58. Tomorrow 82. Saturday 88. Sunday 93. So we're just getting sunnier and warmer. So for your Pride weekend, make sure you wear a hat. Have a parasol. Put on sunscreen. It's going to be hot and sunny all weekend long. Haster Games for board games. Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice paints, and more. Haster Games, 6831 South State or HasterGames.com.
Listen to 96.
All right.
Look what I have here.
These are fabulous.
You see this? This is the Pride fan.
I am totally going to use this on Sunday.
Oh, I'm bringing,
Yeah. Chad Call is here. He's the executive director of Utah Pride Center. And it's nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
We got the big doings coming up this Sunday.
Well, all weekend, not just this Sunday.
When do the events start, and what are they?
Technically, we start tonight with the interfaith service up at the First Baptist Church, and then tomorrow there's a youth dance at the Salt Lake Library, ages 14 to 20. But the big festivities kick off Saturday, march and rally at the state capitol.
What time does that? Where do you organize it? Where do you gather?
Yeah, we gather up at the Utah State Capitol at 10 o'clock. We'll hear from a few speakers. Our Kristen Reese Award recipient this year, Jen Plum, will be up there. It's a good way to start. I like that in Utah, we start our Pride festivities out with a rally. It's how Pride started in 1969. And it's a cool homage to the history and reminds people that there's still some work to do. Actually, there's a lot of work.
A lot.
Well, and there seems to be more work piling up every day.
Yeah, we're leading the state in the work to be done. So,
so you gather at the Capitol, and then you march somewhere.
Yeah, we march down State Street. We're not uphill walkers.
That's good, because I've done one where you march up State Street. I didn't care for that.
And I thank you.
Those last two blocks are a doozy. Yeah, we marched down to Washington Square, and it's actually learned this last year. We've always marched that route. That's the original parade route from 1992. It was from the Capitol to Washington Square.
Interesting.
Which we can't do the parade down that. The parade's grown too big, but we can still do the march down that route.
Then the parade is on Sunday. What time does the first entry shove off?
10:03.
10:03.
Very specific.
Yes.
You have to be on time.
You can tell this man is organized.
We're on Broadway time.
Yeah. And what the route is a little different this year. Can you describe it?
Yeah, we're starting out at the Salt Palace like we always do. First South and West Temple. We head east to 4th East, and then we hang right for 2 blocks, and then we're done. It's a 1-mile walk this year.
It's a lot shorter, yeah.
Yeah.
And are there as many entries as there have been in the past?
Yeah, we're almost at 150. Trying to pick up the pace because we're approaching the 3-hour mark, but it's a good thing. I always tell people I'll stand out there all day if I have to.
Exactly.
We've got almost 18,000 people that march in the parade.
Now, of course, you'll put us at number 2, won't you?
Obviously.
Yeah, at least number 2.
I mean, y'all have done the parade. How many years?
Well, I don't know. I think we're the first radio station that was ever in it,
and we had to force our way into it. Not from you guys.
No,
our management.
Different management. It was different management.
Different management
back
at the time.
Before your own.
So we just told them, sorry guys, we're going to do it.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah,
they wouldn't. They wouldn't let us for a couple of years. And finally they went, oh, all right. But the country station, we can't have the country station.
And I remember as a kid listening to y'all talk about it on the radio, and I was a very closeted Mormon kid, and listening to y'all talking about the Pride Parade, it was cool. It meant something.
That's nice.
The celebration is something that we've always believed in.
Yeah.
We've always been behind and supported, and we appreciate you guys letting us in. And
of course,
it's really fun too because it's a lot of our people, meaning the radio station's people, who line that parade route.
Absolutely.
It's it's kind of affirming and really nice for us to do it.
So we're the allies. Listen.
Yeah.
And thanks for the pin too.
Yeah.
Of course.
Radical love.
That's our theme this year.
Right there.
Yeah.
This fan will come in handy. It's
going
to be warm.
Yeah.
Wear it on my hat or my shirt. I can't decide.
Yeah, you're going to have a drag queen teach you how to clack that fan.
Oh, and I'm sure on the parade route I'll find one.
Yes.
We know a few that could help us. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Absolutely.
And then there's all the celebration that's happening down.
Yes, the festival, both Saturday, Sunday. Headliners Cupcake, David Archuleta's returning to Utah, making his first Pride performance Sunday.
I'm surprised that it's his first.
First in Utah.
First in Utah.
Yeah.
I just saw a picture of him, how he looks right now. He doesn't look anything like the David Archuleta I remember.
It's his sexy flirty era.
He's a cutie.
He's kind of gotten really kind of sexy looking.
He's being himself.
I told him when we booked him, I said, the last time I saw you perform was with the Mormon Tabernacle Choir for a Christmas concert, and now I'm seeing you at Pride. So
that's perfect.
It's a great weekend. We have great fun doing it. All kinds of fun entertainment at the Library Square and Washington Square.
Yeah.
And just How do people get tickets?
Yeah, tickets are on sale now or at the door. UtahPride.org has all the. You can buy tickets there. You can look at all the programming, all the entertainers. I think we're up over 50 entertainers all weekend long. Most of them, almost all of them, are local. So it's a good time.
All right. Chad, Call, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. We'll see you on. Well, we probably won't have time to talk because you're going to be
very busy.
I'll see you as you pass the start line.
All right.
We'll look for you.
Thanks for coming.
You bet. Thank you.
All right. We look forward to it every year. All right. Yes, it's UtahPride.org is where all the information is. All right. We will take a break, play a song, and crawl towards the exits after these.
Today.
7 a.m., I think it was.
7:09.
7:09.
A 5.7 magnitude earthquake hit the Wasatch Front, and it was our last day. So the pandemic started like a week. I mean, officially.
We were about to leave the studio, weren't we?
Well, we had talked about it, but we weren't. And then the earthquake hit on this day 5 years ago, and then we never came back for like 2.5 years.
We all went home.
Katie was here.
Yeah, Katie was here.
Now
we all went home, and I remember being home, and there was an aftershock, and I felt that.
Oh, I want to compare this, and we're gonna play you for here just a second.
Maybe.
Oh.
What happened that day when we were on the air?
She's still trying to find it. So,
but I heard another radio person talking about this the other day, and he said, I was right in the middle of doing a traffic report, and I felt this, and I thought, oh, that's an earthquake. I know that's an earthquake. I wonder if I should say something about it.
Well,
and then I just threw back to the anchor.
This is a news person?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Working at a news station.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not a news station, but we were talking about it. We took phone calls for an hour.
I went to, and then I went out to Todd's house because we shut down here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And I went out to Todd's house. I asked my wife, "Are you guys okay up there at home?" And she said, "Yeah, go ahead." And so I went out to Todd's, and we felt aftershocks at Todd's, and we talked to people on the air for several hours. Todd and I did.
And it was especially egregious here in this studio because our studio is, kind of a walkway for.
It's on a bridge.
It's a bridge that's between two buildings, and so the bridge was shaking more so than everywhere else.
The creepiest part to me too was we were instructed to leave the building.
Yeah,
so we did. And I was waiting out front. I forget why I was standing around out front.
Because everybody was.
Well, and leaning against the building. And then there was an aftershock and the building shook. And that was the worst. Oh.
I was like, I got to get my car out of the parking structure. I don't want the building falling on my car.
That was my thought, too.
And Festus at the time was working at Fox News.
Yeah, that's right.
He was a camera guy at Fox News. And I think it was Scott McCain that was outside here.
McCain does like to set up out here.
And I remember when we left the building, I ran over there and they were in a commercial break, but I poked my head in the camera and I said, "Festus, Mama loves you and is thinking about you," because I knew he was at the TV station.
We have the audio if you want to
Okay.
hear it. It's just a minute. So folks, keep in mind this is recording from 5 years ago. This is not happening right now. Okay? So here we go.
This is what happened.
For those who don't know, we're talking about Dave, the flower guy. He decides who boner of the week is. And this is a recording. Okay.
We had said, I called him last week and said, "Dave, we don't want you to come into the studio on Friday. We'll call you and you can pick the boner of the week on the phone." And he said, "Okay." And so we called him and we didn't get an answer this past Friday. I called him yesterday and I said, "Dave, are you okay?"
We're having an earthquake.
Yeah. No.
Oh, we are having an earthquake. That is a bit of an earthquake there. Oh my.
Are we still on the air?
We're still on the air.
Okay. We're downtown Salt Lake, and the whole building is shaking like hell.
Yeah.
It's letting go now. It's stopping. But that was certainly an earthquake.
Yes, it was.
Are we still on the air?
We're still on the air as far as I know.
Is there any way to determine that? If you can call the radio station.
There we go. So yeah, that was
that brought it all back.
Yeah, a little scary.
That you could hear the building shaking, which was just awful.
You don't hear me on that recording because I behaved in the way you're supposed to behave during an earthquake.
She stopped, drop, and roll.
I dove under the desk.
Stop, drop, and roll. That's what Gina did.
All right. That's almost 82 or 80. But no, from 1986. Trans X.
No, geez.
Living on video.
Yeah. My wife points out that song was the theme for a lip sync show that Lee had on Channel 4 that I hosted.
Oh, Lee from The Vortex.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Wow. Swept up in the whirlwind.
Yeah. My wife did a lot of work with him over the years for graphic design and stuff, for his many projects. I don't know what became of Lee. I'm not sure. Oh. 39 years ago, we became Radio from Hell, and we're not clear as to when we were first put together. We'll remember that. I'll figure it out.
Like I said, you figure it out, and I'll check my
resume.
My resume.
Yeah, I've got it somewhere written down.
Yeah, I have an actual
like a piece of paper.
In a briefcase.
It's not in your LinkedIn, Carrie.
It's in a briefcase with my work papers.
It's in his trapper keeper.
Along with invitations to my first wedding. Which I don't know why I hung on to, but I
You
did.
really did keep invitations to your
Why not?
They were left over. I just kind of stuffed them in there, and then.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't think I think we just called people for my first wedding. Hey, you want to come to? Got married in my grandparents' front room, which was weird.
Was it winter?
No.
Why wouldn't you do it outside?
I don't wait. When was it? I don't remember now.
You don't remember?
I think it was in March.
It might have been cold. March is iffy. March could go either way.
I don't know. My current wife probably knows when I got married the first time. I don't remember. I don't even remember my first wife's name anymore. So
Claudia?
What? I've never heard of her. Never heard of her.
All right. Well, let's do the promo and crawl towards the exit.
Oh, my wife Jenny says, no, not Lee from the Vortex. Lee from the Palladium.
Oh, the Palladium.
Which was even before the Vortex.
Before the Vortex.
Yeah.
All right. You got the promo?
Yep.
Okay. Clear your schedule now so you can enjoy every second of tomorrow's Radio from Hell show.
Movie reviews with Sean Means. Have another drink with Jimmy the Wine Guy.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives update with Victoria. Boners, beat Gina.
And possibly a visit from the Bat Commander from the Aquabats.
It's another super rad edition of the Radio from Hell show. Friday morning here on X96.
You like that?
You made me say super rad.
Well, it's the
an Aquabats song.
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's right.
It's a reference.
I get it now. I didn't get it when I read it. But
Reference. All right. Let's see. We got a couple of minutes here. Again, thank you to Randall from Yagut for bringing all that yogurt.
This is really tasty stuff, too.
Night South.
Did everybody get some, I guess, Katie?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good.
Oh, and he brought little pup pup yogurt.
There are pup yogurts
that have little peanut butter
Yes.
and a little peanut butter paw print in it.
Let me taste one.
Well, I put it in the fridge for.
Okay, never mind. I didn't know dogs liked yogurt.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
All God's children like yogurt.
We'll find out when I take it home and give it to Hudson.
Yeah, I'll give it. See, I only have one. I'm going to have to fight over it with.
Oh, you have two dogs, yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably give it to Riley because Oakley's been getting a lot of extra attention these days.
Yeah,
she came down here to the studio yesterday.
You don't want to give it to that poop eater.
Yeah.
I think Riley is so patient with her. Like, Oakley just hangs on her all day long, biting her ears. And she's earned a treat that Oakley doesn't get, I think.
For all your hard work.
Yes, you're very tolerant of this annoying baby.
All right. Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
You're super rad.